What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a new podcast on Cinema 101. We're calling the Cinema Dudes Podcast until we find a better name. I am joined in studio by a good friend of mine who agreed to come on and co-host this, Mr. Lucio. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, bud.
Awesome. This is the start of your podcasting career.
It is. I want to start.
Eventually, right?
This is a start.
It's a start.
I want to get there.
Eventually,
I know we talked about having my own.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take time.
It's a good little practice until that happens.
I do.
But
I think this is gonna help me a lot. So plus we're gonna. That's the fact that we're talking about cinema. It's my favorite thing.
There you go. For once, we're not actually talking about Haunt, which is awesome.
Thank goodness. Gosh, please. It's off season.
Off season.
Sorry, everyone. I just can't do it, guys. I mean, I can't. I just can't talk about it all year. It just gets. Shout out to the people that do talk about it. Cause
hashtag me.
Hashtag you and hashtag everyone that works for the
Haunt community.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
All of them.
But that's why I made this second channel, so I can talk specifically about cinema. I think that I love a lot too, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah. So basically, this podcast we're gonna be pretty much covering all things cinema. We're both big time movie buffs, and we love watching movies. Actually, you're going to the Oscar marathon next Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah. So AMC Theaters has been hosting this for
a couple years now.
For 10, I think this is their 11th year because when I went last year, it was their 10th year. They did something a little big on that. But this year, it's it's called first of all, it's called Best Picture Showcase.
Yeah.
And that what it pretty much is that it's like a day before the Oscars, and which the Oscars is hold on the 9th.
The 9th of February this year, yeah.
On the 8th. So that one, so what it does pretty much, I watch all the Best Picture nominations. I don't watch all of the people all the movies that have been nominated in this whole, like, any of the categories. I watch all 8 of them. I think it's 8. I think we have listed about 8. Yeah, but we watch all of them, and that is pretty much a whole day thing. And
what time does that start?
That starts around 10. So we do that around it starts around 10 a.m. Then that goes to the last. It all depends on how long the movies are too.
Yeah.
But we do get breaks. I think the longest break we get is about an hour, and after each movie we get 15 minutes of a break.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we do that. But that, it just, like I said, it all depends on what time how long the movies are and what time it will be. So this one, these movies are, I say, if you correct me, they're more than 2.5 hours long.
I know that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is about 2 hours 45 minutes.
Yes.
1917 is around the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. Are they showing Marriage Story too?
No, so I was just going to tell you that. I'll tell you that in a minute. So what they do is they show all these. So they show all them, like, the last movie is playing at 2 a.m., which is Jojo Rabbit.
Okay.
So yeah, it goes on till a while. I think the second or first time I went there, which was 5 years ago, I think I watched it. I was there till like 6 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was they had a lot in the category. I think that was the only time where they had 9 movies.
Yeah.
So it was a good category. It was pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, I think some of them end like, so I know the earliest they ended was like 2 a.m. So it just all depends how long the movies are. Definitely. They can go on for a while. But I know you mentioned about the streaming service movies.
Yeah.
And Marriage Story and Irishman. Yeah. I think there's only 2 that are on there.
Not on there?
Which
saves you another like 3 hours, because Irishman alone is like 3 hours.
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Endgame.
Yeah. I know. It was such a good movie though. I watched it.
It's great. I have to watch it again and I'm willing to, because I would go to this event. So I want to go watch those, and then I want to watch it because I'm very. I didn't really get much of the story.
Yeah.
But the acting is great, and then you see a bunch of legendary dogs, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like freaking Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci's back in it.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
You got what is it?
Al
Raymond?
Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Fucking Al Pacino.
Fucking Al Pacino.
Fucking hey, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Jimmy Hoffa, which
It's all based on a true story too.
It is. And then it's kind of funny because like every time I see him playing Jimmy Hoffa, I was like, dude, this is Al Pacino playing Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, easily.
Why? What you gotta do? But he's so good at it. And then they used a lot of, they used a lot of different like CGI effects on there. I think.
So from what I heard about that is that I guess when they were starting, because now this de-aging CGI effect thing, it's coming out in cinema like crazy.
It is.
But what I heard is when they were in early development for this movie, it was way back when they were first starting it, which I think one of the first movies to use it was, if I'm not mistaken, was Star Wars Rogue One.
Yes.
That majorly used it because they used it
did.
to CGI the governor, who has in real life the actor's dead.
And then they did it on Leia.
They did it on Leia too.
Leia.
Yeah,
and
so
it's I think I know I don't know where else they did it, but I know that was the first time I saw that.
yeah,
What
they
was
did
your
it.
reaction to that when you saw it? Did you just have like this,
When I saw the governor,
when you saw the governor and then the Princess Leia, that like the whole
the governor actually came out really good. Leia was okay.
right?
But I think because she was only in the movie for so long, they didn't put as much of a budget going towards Leia's CGI rather than the governor, because the governor had a major role in Rogue One.
By the way, the Rogue One is probably one of my favorite
Star Wars
ever, because it just jumps to it. It's such a good, the way it's storied, the storyline. It jumps right automatically to A New Hope.
Yeah,
it's fascinating, and then they show Princess Leia on there, and they had a lot of good characters. They have.
the Vader scene was amazing.
Vader scene was great.
Yeah.
And they had Ip Man in there, dude. I fucking was going ballistic. I was like, "That's guy." I love that dude because
yeah, that's probably one of my favorites out of the new Star Wars movies. That, and I love Mandalorian.
Yeah,
those are probably my two. Like out of the new Disney stuff, those are my two favorites.
You finished all the series, right?
Yeah, great series. So.
Great series. I think
that was the first like non-Skywalker storyline thing that they've ever done, and they knocked it out of the park.
Correct, because that series alone just shows that Star Wars can do a lot of anything. Yeah, they can.
I just think Me Alone, I didn't like the new trilogy that they did.
What are you talking
Episode 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. They did really. I thought it was good. I think they wanted to. I think the reason why, which I'm seeing a lot of remakes, is always happen.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that in a minute as well. Is that I think they're showing that, hey, we have all this new technology. We have this new special effects. Let's use it and make a new series.
Yeah.
But they also, I think Star Wars has so much story into it. There's so many, you could do so many things.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you're discovering a whole world.
Well, the whole Star Wars universe, like especially like outside of the extended universe, like in the books and stuff, there's so much stories to tell other than the Skywalkers.
Right.
Yes, this whole franchise started with the Skywalkers, and it did this whole franchise, and they did 6 movies and then 3 more revolving around the Skywalkers. But going back to Mandalorian, that was the first thing that you didn't see any Skywalkers.
Exactly.
There was references of Tatooine and stuff like that, but it was like there was no Skywalkers at all, and that proves right there that you don't need the Skywalker name in Star Wars to make it good. You literally can make your own original story and keep going and make it amazing.
Yeah, I think that's why I pretty much admired that whole season. It's like that had nothing to do with the Skywalker journey.
Yeah,
and I'm that part of me, because it's a series. They're having this one that comes out in fall of 20.
Yeah, they're already working on season 2.
Season 2. They're already showing new creatures on there. Did you see that orb? The orb one?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool because it's like this Shrek-looking ogre-looking guy.
Yeah,
with I don't know. It looked like a Cyclops eye. I can't tell. But anyway, they're saying then because Jon Favreau posted on his Instagram saying,
okay,
yeah, he goes like Mandalorian 2020. I was like, shit, it's gonna be good. But
yeah.
but like I said, they can talk about they can talk about the Skywalker universe anytime.
Yeah.
They can bring that up. I just hope they don't like keep on like writing and keep on going with it. And they just ruins the whole show. That makes sense.
For me, it's like this one took place like a couple years after 6. So everything's fresh of the Empire falling, and you're starting to see a little bit of the First Order.
Right. And there's a lot of story to that.
There's a lot of story to it.
It's just that expanded time.
That's a 30-year gap they can play with.
Right.
Too.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
I don't know what the plans are for Mando as a character coming forward in the future of this show. If they're going to eventually, like later on down the road, if they do a lot of multiple seasons of this, if they're going to eventually kill Mando off and tell a story of Baby Yoda coming up.
Right.
But I think, from what I read for season 2, they want to explore more of Baby Yoda's background and where he came from planet-wise, which has always been a big question in the Star Wars universe for Yoda in general, because no one knows where Yoda's from, really. He's from this, and there's not very many of him. You see, a lady version of him, I think, in episode, 1 or 2, I believe, and that's pretty much it of the Yoda species that you see. So this one going forward, when you have this character Baby Yoda, when it got first introduced, everybody's minds were blown. 1, because this thing is adorable, and 2, a lot of people were like, okay, so what's going on?
What did you like about it? Did you like with the fact that it was cute, or did the fact that, hey, there's more to what Baby Yoda is?
Well, first and foremost, every episode, his adorability got higher and higher.
I think, yeah.
They, when you think he couldn't be adorable in one episode, the next episode, they're like, oh, here's something that adds on to that.
It got more to, it got memes to get working.
Oh, yeah. He was, the 2019 was coming to an end, and he was the biggest trending thing of all of 2019.
Exactly.
So it was and he's still being talked about today. He's on merchandise. He's on, he's getting his own pops. He's grown this huge fan base, and people think he's just adorable. However, I did like how you were also seeing throughout the series, him being a baby, he was still a badass.
Right.
He was using the Force, and he was helping Mando. There's even one scene I liked a lot, and this really shows the relationship between Baby Yoda and Mando, where there was a scene where they were arm wrestling, him and Cara Dune. And, Baby Yoda thought, oh, he's attacking, the person who's taking care of me. I better step in and do something. And he ends up using the Force on her.
Right.
So that pretty much shows that this relationship is getting established. In the beginning, Mando was sent out to do, and sorry for this, there's a lot of spoilers for Mandalorian if you guys haven't watched it. But in the beginning, it was, in the beginning, it was Baby Yoda was a bounty. And he was supposed to collect this kid. Right. Get him back, bounty. We didn't know what they were going to do with the kid. We didn't know if they were going to experiment on him, kill him, eat him. We don't know. And then, he starts growing a love for this kid. He takes his bounty reward, then he rescues the kid and leaves. And then he ends up, as the episodes go on, build this relationship with the kid. Every episode, he's taking care of it like if it's his own son.
And then that shows a lot with these Mandalorians. So it's the name alone. It's it's a gang.
Yeah,
the Mandalorians. And what's cool? What's good about it is just they showed not just the Mandalorians alone that they're killers.
Yeah,
they kill it. They kill what? They kill Jedi. Am I speaking correctly?
Mandalorians are their kind of own thing.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are bounty hunters. So a lot of them just kind of whatever job they get to have, that's how they work. That's how they're not good, they're not bad, they work on their own commission. You know what I mean? They do it to get paid and make a living.
Yeah,
is cool. But if you do watch the extended stories and stuff, something that was brought up in the season finale, which people were losing their shit over, because the last time we actually saw something like that was in the Clone Wars, was that black kind of saber sword. And
what
that,
you thought about that?
So what that is as far as from what I can tell in the Clone Wars, that was something that these hunters used to kill Jedi. That was a Jedi killing weapon. Right. It was on par with a lightsaber. And so when they brought it back in The Mandalorian, that further tied the expansion of the fact that we are finally getting more crossovers and everything's tying in, which furthered that in Solo. I don't know if you watched Solo. Did you watch Solo?
I've seen Solo.
So in Solo, another spoiler too. In Solo, they show the return of Darth Maul at the end, and in Star Wars Clone Wars, he did come back and he went a little crazy and stuff, and his brother helped him out and everything. And in Rebels, he ends up becoming this, like, in a way like Jabba the Hutt. He becomes like this big overlord underground gangster who is like on top and stuff, and he's got his own gang, and he ends up like smuggling and stuff like that.
Right.
In Solo, he's that same character of him being this like big time smuggler. So Vision's character and Paul Bettany's character in Solo worked for Darth Maul.
Oh yeah, he did.
So when Emilia Clarke's character takes over, she becomes like the new Paul Bettany in a way. You know what I mean? She she takes over that faction, and like pretty much Darth Maul was like the high guy, and then he had different factions that would report back to him. So going back to kind of like, you know, the same thing, tying in lores and expanding this universe. Like they did it with Rebels, they're doing it with Attack of the Clone Wars, and we're starting to see more of a tie-in between like books, animation, movies, shows. So that's one thing I've always liked about the Star Wars universe, is that no matter what they make, they always tie in to the thing. You know, like for example, I mean, DC and Marvel, like DC try to keep, you know, the movies separate from the shows and the animation and everything all separate. And then same thing with Marvel. Marvel try to keep like certain shows out of their cinematic universe, or you know, if you watch like the shows on TV like Agents of Shield or stuff, they didn't really focus like a lot on the cinematic universe. Like there was nods,
there was cameos,
nods, tie-ins to it every now and then, but their main focus was trying to do their own stories.
Did you watch that show?
Agents of Shield? I watched like the first season, and then like I couldn't get into it, and then I found out Ghost Rider was coming on, so I watched all the Ghost Rider episodes.
I heard that that's a show that you have to keep on watching until I think there's a certain season.
Yeah, I think they're on their I think they're on their final season right now. Or they finished it. I don't remember.
They're about to be done. I think that's their last season.
Yeah. So
I don't know how many seasons are there.
I think it's like 6 or 7, I believe. But it was supposed to be canceled like 2 seasons ago, but it came back.
Really? Yeah.
But
I think that's because of the whole, you know, the whole Avengers game and
all that. So let's just say, you know, at the end of that, like Star Wars, it's been up and down depending on what you like. But there's been 3 good things that came out of Star Wars, and then there's been 3 horrible things that came out of Star Wars, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, it just something like that, like this movie that just ended. We're talking about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
that movie, it just needed to end.
Yeah,
they ended something there, and then I feel like, and there's part of me in some way that felt like they were really lazy. They were kind of lazy about it.
Yeah,
they should have just said, they should have took more time, and probably give it another year.
Well, have you seen all the concept art that's been coming out lately of what was going to be the movie and stuff? No. Like Phasma was supposed to be back into it, and there was like a scene where she had like Poe Dameron tied down to like one of those medieval kind of like head chopping off things instead of a blade, it was like a laser and stuff. And they showed Rey with the dual lightsaber, but it was blue, so she was supposed to have a dual lightsaber. Like there was a lot of concept art things that they took out. Like Vader was supposed to be in the movie.
Vader?
Yeah.
In the movie?
So that was supposed to happen, and
I think that it was supposed to be which. Spoiler. Sorry, we should call ourselves a freaking spoiler podcast.
Spoiler cast.
So there was supposed to be a rumor that he was what's his name that played
Palpatine? Anakin? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Christian.
So yeah, but anyway, what about him?
Well, he's supposed to show up in
like a Force ghost.
Yeah, and a Force ghost, and then I guess he didn't. He was there was supposed to be like somewhere where they were supposed to come in.
Yeah.
And be part of, be in the last movie, because I guess he was supposed to talk to Rey. But in a way, he did. And
everybody, there's a lot of people that had cameos in this that were real quick, and you have to like really pay attention to hear it. When she's at the very end, spoilers, at the very end when she's, confronting Palpatine, there's a scene where like all these Force ghosts are talking to her. You got Ewan McGregor came back, Samuel Jackson, like all these people, Yoda,
Hayden Christensen. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say his name.
But
correctly. Yeah. What did you like when he came back? Like Palpatine came back. I didn't think there was supposed to be no point of him coming back, but there was a reason. Well, obviously the story makes sense why, but like.
So that's the thing I was talking about someone about. I mean, George Lucas came out and said he died in the movie. However, if you read like the extended stories, you know, he never died. He came back.
Because it was supposed to be a Force thing.
He uses the Force to I think possess someone. He builds a bunch of clones of himself in the books and stuff. But
there was I know when they were, because they weren't sure if it was the whole trailer and they were promoting it. They didn't show Palpatine at all until people actually got to watch the movie.
Yeah, they only heard his voice.
Yeah, you hear his voice, but they were saying like, oh, if it's gonna be real Palpatine or it's gonna be a clone. They were like predicting who and who's what. Dude, I was like, they fucking should show Qui-Gon on there.
Qui-Gon. He's the real Sith Lord.
Comes out like Qui-Gon. He's supposed to come back in. They're supposed to show him in
Obi-Wan.
The
series, which I'm excited for.
I think that's true because he's...
Well, yeah, that was his mentor, and he looked up to him a lot, which would be cool. He'd come back in like the Force Ghost.
He's alive.
He's not alive, but I think if they were going to bring him back, I think he would be like the Force Ghost. Right. You know what I mean? Like to guide or talk to Obi-Wan about
just
stuff.
Like Luke Skywalker.
Kinda, yeah. You know how Ben helped out, or Obi-Wan helped out Luke and stuff, and so it'd be something like that. But I don't know, man. I mean, Star Wars is always gonna have a special place in my heart, especially that original trilogy. It is probably my favorite out of all the Star Wars movies, but I mean,
The Rise of Skywalker, or
no, the original trilogy.
The original trilogy brings out a lot. It's just a classic. Great film to watch. You see a lot of the old gangs there. Harrison Ford and God, I forgot his fucking name.
Mark Hamill.
The Joker. Yeah,
fucking Joker.
I love him. Yeah, so it shows a lot. You know, it's just a classic film to watch.
Yeah.
And it's a good story to it brings. But I think that's why. You know, they said like, you know, that I'm not finished yet. I think George Lucas said that in a way. It's like, I'm not finished yet. I want to still make more. Yeah. That's why they brought up the whole 7 through 9. Yeah. And then it there.
But he really had nothing to do with 7 and 9.
He didn't.
No.
He didn't. He kind of,
he tried to give some, like, you know, points and, you know, pointers and stuff, but like for 7 and 8 they didn't want anything, and then like he had to step in at 9 and like save it. That's why 9 was probably the best one out of all the three.
Because I heard this whole
it was a mess
about like last year.
Well, if you paid attention in 9 too, I mean a lot of it was trying to fix Rian Johnson's mistakes.
Rian Johnson is a good director, but I don't think he was
ready for Star Wars.
Maybe not ready for Star Wars. He did a lot of good things. Like he did one good movie with.
He did Looper.
Looper. And he did one other movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He did Knives Out. I know that.
Knives Out.
I heard that's good.
That one far. I think I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I heard that one's a great movie.
Well, I mean, if you like those what if or whodunit murder mysteries, you know.
Yeah, whodunit.
I heard he's supposed to be making a second one to that, kind of make it like an anthology series with following Daniel Craig as like the detective.
It's called Brick. That's the movie. Sorry.
Okay.
That was the movie he made, and then he he directed. He directed. Oh shit! He directed 3 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Oh, nice.
This is freaking great. Speaking of Breaking Bad, did you see the trailer? Did you see the commercial for Bryan Cranston? Oh yeah, we saw
The Shining.
Yeah,
yeah, the Mountain Dew commercial.
It was great. He does not age at all.
Oh no,
it does not.
Which was funny to me because I had yesterday, as I was recording, I just watched again Doctor Sleep, and have you seen Doctor Sleep yet?
I have not. How was that?
It's freaking a great sequel. So it's supposed to be it's obviously a sequel to The Shining, but what the director did with this is he paid an amazing, of course, tribute to the Stanley Kubrick movie, and he also paid a great tribute to the book as well. Because if you guys don't know by now, Stephen King, like back in the day, hated Stanley Kubrick's movie, The Shining, because he changed and tweaked a lot of stuff that Stephen King didn't like. Right. So he hated it, and
like, do you know what things he like tweaked on?
Like the actual room number 237 is actually room 217. The ending where they go into a hedgehog, the ending where they go into a hedgehog maze instead in the actual like book, and you can watch it because Stephen King actually made a mini TV series about The Shining, which wasn't that good, but the hedgehog maze was actually hedgehog like animal sculptures that they made, and like they came to life and try to attack the family. In his book, the way Jack Torrance gets possessed, like they actually show him get like possessed. His eyes looks like kind of like Evil Dead, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I didn't think that if they added that something like that, I don't think that would have.
You can watch the original Shining miniseries that he did.
Oh,
it's on there. It's on. Okay. So it's on somewhere.
Did you see he did a show? He didn't really do a show, but there was a show based on all of his books. It's called Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. First season is great.
I heard that's great because it has Misery on there. Oh. Have you seen Misery?
The second season has Misery, but I just heard that that's not getting renewed for season 3. I guess. Really? I guess season 2 didn't do as well as they hoped, but
it kind of sucks. It.
Yeah. Well, and this is gonna be a major. Do you want to hear a spoiler for that? For season 1?
No.
Okay.
I want to watch it.
Okay. So, but when you do watch it,
we spoiled too much.
When you do watch it, I will say this: there's going to be a major Shining reference,
right?
And so, if you catch on to it, it's a post-credit scene, I believe, in the last episode, or mid-credit scene. So just pay attention to what the lady says because she's going to be talking about it, and you can put 2 and 2 together, and it's going to be really, really cool. So. That's where I thought season 2 was going to be going. They were going to go like the Shining route, but it didn't. It went Misery. So.
Did you watch? Like, I think I asked you, but did you watch that movie?
Misery?
Yeah.
I've never seen the original Misery.
Oh gosh, it's freaky.
Yeah, I'm well aware of what it's about. It's about, of course, an obsessed fan who's obsessed with his author, and she kidnaps him and tortures him.
There's scenes in that, like in that scene where she
like hits his kneecaps and stuff. It's cringy.
Oh god, it's so freaking, it's creepy.
It's Kathy Bates, I think. No,
Kathy Bates and who? James Caan.
Kathy Bates is a good actress.
She won an Oscar for that.
Yeah,
won an Oscar for Best Actress for that. And that movie just, it creeps me out because that scene where she obsession in her playing that character got me. Yeah, like it's just very chilling. I can't think more. But that movie all along was great. I really hope they don't remake that at all.
If they do, they got to get a good cast and a good writer.
Good Kathy Bates, or unless they play.
Why do I have a feeling that like being Blumhouse is like one of the fucking leading people in horror right now? They'd probably do a remake of that or something.
Yeah,
I mean they're doing Invisible Man, which they're doing a new twist on the Invisible Man. I mean the original Invisible Man was just him doing a science experiment and then like proving to the world that he can make invisible. This one
can make any story with the Invisible Man.
That's
correct.
The new Invisible Man reminds me more of. I don't know if you've ever seen the horror movie The Hollow Man.
Yes, I do. With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. And this new Invisible Man reminds me a lot of that, where I don't remember too much of Hollow Man, but the basic concept of it was like him coming back to murder this chick.
Right.
And with Invisible Man, from the trailers I've seen, he was an abusive husband, and he fakes his death, and she gets like all of his she gets like $5 million from him. Right. And that was in his will, and from there she goes back and she starts uncovering like he didn't die. He faked his death. He turned invisible, and she's trying to convince all these people about that, but everybody thinks she's crazy, and it leads down to a kind of a movie where he's fucking with her to try to kill her and try to make her crazy and stuff.
I've seen the trailer for it.
It looks pretty good though. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Like I said, you can make anything out of a Invisible Man. I think, and you can see why that's how they did it to any of these what they call quote unquote dark universe movies.
Yeah.
And which I think you pretty well know for that.
Yeah.
They made many movies about the Wolfman. They made movies about Dracula. They just had a new Dracula series that just came out for BBC.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty good, too.
Well, they had a Dracula. I think BBC put it on Netflix, right?
BBC just put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
They did.
My dad said it was not bad, actually. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, they did The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro, which I liked a lot. And not a lot of, I guess it didn't do good in the movies. So that's why
Barker, I think his name Barker, believe. That guy that made the visual effects, the makeup designer
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
He was on, I think, the show Face Off, right? He was a judge.
Yeah, he was, and he just had I think he had a hard time. That was his last movie, I believe.
Well, I mean, did you see the effects in those things? Like, the wolf looked amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was having a hard time sometimes with, like...
So, they did that, and then that was set up for a sequel. Never happened. And then they did Dracula Untold, and that was okay. And that got set up for a sequel. Never happened because they did poorly as well. And then they did The Mummy, which was supposed to revamp and start the whole Dark Universe over again. Right. That flopped, so they canceled the entire Dark Universe. Then Blumhouse was like, "Fuck it, we still want to do some monster movies, but it's not gonna be connected to the Dark Universe. It's gonna be its own thing. So we're gonna do a reimagining of The Invisible Man." And the person who did The Invisible Man is the same guy who made the first Saw movie and the Insidious movies, which he's actually in the Insidious movies. I think as Tucker.
Oh.
Tucker and Specs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, he's a writer and director, and he did Invisible Man. So
Rick Baker. That's his name. Rick Baker. I know Baker was on there, but I know. Yeah, but I can't get what you're saying. They just they were taught they had
this vision. Like, they had it all casted. Like Angelina Jolie was going to be the Bride of Frankenstein.
Right. And Javier Bardem was supposed to play Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Johnny Depp was going to be the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
They already had the mummy, or the chick.
Right.
But I think they killed her off or something like that in the movie. I don't remember.
I think they did.
And then I think they had someone as the Wolfman, too. I don't remember.
Right.
But they had this whole R-star cast ready to go, and just never happened.
Do you know what happened to that?
Dark Universe, like I said, the Mummy didn't do good. It did poorly, so they just gave up on it.
That's preposterous.
I mean, I think a lot to do with that movie being poorly is because not a lot of people are Tom Cruise fans, and that's due to the fact that he's a Scientologist.
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. So, like, not a lot of people are fans of his because of that purpose.
Yeah, it's just like saying, like, oh, well, Dwayne Johnson's like a Scientologist. I don't want to see his movie. Fuck it. Like, fuck it, but, like, being...
Well, I don't blame him with Hobbs and Shaw, though. That movie was horrible. I never even seen it. I refuse to watch it.
I watched the trailer. I think the trailer popped in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The last year.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I think the only thing I've watched from that movie was the fact that Roman Reigns was in it. So I wanted to see his scenes.
Yeah. How was Roman Reigns? Was he... Well, I know he had
very little speaking roles, and of course he hit a spear in that movie. So
he did
hits a spear in that movie, and I think Rock hits a rock. I think he does. Honestly, he does all of his moves in there, and I think Rock hit like a rock bottom, or he did a spear or something like that.
Oh my god!
And they have a moment where Roman Reigns says, "Ooh,
WWE doesn't attack for that. They don't.
Why? It's promotional for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like some.
Well, like when they do a Rock movie, if you notice, like on WWE programming, they'll promote that shit a lot, and that's just due to the strong relationship that Vince has with that family.
True.
Like, he's always been a big fan of Samoan wrestling. And
they do that for other movies too. They I know, like, they did this whole 12 Rounds movie. All John Cena's movies. All fucking so bad.
The first 12 rounds wasn't bad.
I tried watching long time ago. I tried watching that Marine, and now they're on like Marine 7 with the Miz carrying that franchise.
What's actually pretty good is there was a 12 rounds. I think it was the third one with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It wasn't too bad actually. He is actually a pretty decent actor.
Yeah. I love
Dean
Ambrose.
Yeah.
Sorry, John
Moxley. All right. Super Bowl trailers.
Sorry, we're up. Oh yeah, going back to the whole. Supposed to bring back the Best Picture Showcase. Yeah, so they do it for 10. I think this is the 11th year. Long story short, I've been going for 5 years. Bought a ticket. I'm going this Saturday. If anyone's going, please let me know. Shoot me my Instagram at Rufio.com.
That's it.
Rufio.com.
Yeah.
Rufio4. RUFFEO4. Go ahead and let me know if you're going, or talk if you want to know more about it. I'll let you guys. I know they're still selling tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Super Bowl trailers, man. We're fresh off the Super Bowl, about an hour and a half.
Super Bowl
Chiefs won. They took it.
No!
in your face, Jose.
They
you're
did.
listening. You're
The
probably not.
49ers did so good, and I don't know,
They
fucking
just choked
Sherman
again.
out of nowhere. Defense went fucking ballistic. Yeah, it was so bad.
But always biggest thing on Super Bowl is the commercials and the trailers that they show during
I
each
think
commercial.
that's why we all watch that for. Do you think? Do you watch,
I don't care about football one bit.
Really? Yeah, I'm a big. I think it's just because of it's a family thing.
Yeah.
My family has been that gene that's been spawned for. It's been for years and years. We've just been such a football
Family.
fanatic.
My family, my mom's side is the same way, and I
have a
don't
lot of my
like the sport.
cousins and all my aunts and uncles. Like a lot of them are 49er fans.
Yeah.
I think we have one, or maybe a few now, that are for Raiders fans.
Oh shit, man, that's a
Yeah,
crosstown
so
rivalry.
it's kind of rivalry. They're like, it's my
It's a cross-state rivalry right there.
My dear Richard will come in and he'll go like he'll have his Raiders shirt, and they're like. They go like, God, get out of here! God, come on, get out, Richard! You don't know nothing. That's my deal. My deal choker. Goes like, God, Richard, you don't know nothing. God, because he's a 49er fan too. Which I believe, but and I know my couple of my uncles. My dad though, I don't think he is. I think he likes them, but he likes the Packers. He's a Packers fan. I know he liked that. He was like. Every time you see a Packers game, he's like, let's watch him at all.
Sounds like freaking Vince McMahon when he yells, or what?
Yeah, let's do it now. Yeah. Rock this place.
So we had a couple trailers that went at the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Some good ones, some not good ones, some hella excited ones, and so we'll start with the not so good ones, or at least the first two, in my opinion, are not the good ones. They're making a Minions movie. It's going to be a prequel to the Despicable Me. It's supposed to be like the Rise of Gru. Not much was shown. The official trailer will be out Wednesday, but not much was shown to it. It was more of a just kind of like, here it is, we're doing it, and if you want to see more, trailer comes out Wednesday.
I didn't know that. They keep their movies because I've
Illumination.
They keep theirs such a secret from what I've seen because they don't talk about it a lot.
They're not like they're not as big marketing as Disney is. That's why.
Yeah,
but
that's Universal. That's owned by Universal.
Universal owns it, so that's kind of like their competitor to Pixar and Disney Animation.
Right.
But it looks okay. I mean, you just see Gru as a little kid. You see the Minions. And
it's just his.
It's his story growing up. It's who he is. Yeah. So
they did that. I think in this last movie or the one before.
They show little moments of him being a little kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So they do.
So it's established like that he was,
Yeah, because he has a brother in that.
Yeah, a twin brother.
Yeah, a twin brother.
It's hilarious.
I love Steve Carell. Steve Carell's fucking. He's just so.
The Office.
The Office, dude.
Yeah.
Michael Scott, full on. Like he was meant for that movie.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that he didn't start acting till 41?
Yeah, a lot of
40.
actors just wait.
Yeah.
Like, who else was an actor like that? Was what was his name? The guy who played Professor Snape in Harry Potter?
Oh,
Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman.
Richmond or
Yeah, Alan Rickman.
Rickman. He didn't start acting until he was like in his 40s either.
Really?
Yeah. And he did a lot of theater acting in the beginning.
Yeah. He did after he did all the Harry Potter trilogies, he did
more theater.
Theater.
But he did a movie that I liked, which was like the birth of punk rock came for. It was called CBGB.
Oh, nice.
It's a famous bar in New York that really brought up like the Ramones and a lot of big bands that are known today. They brought up and they all started playing there and stuff. So it was really cool.
And he did a lot of that. I want to see him. Just see him like. There's some movies that he did, like freaking Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard. Did you see that one?
Die Hard.
I think that was his first movie he did.
Probably.
You see the first movie he did? He like.
It was the villain in Die Hard,
that one.
which a lot of people consider a Christmas movie.
I know.
That's a big debate.
What debate do you think that's in some ways?
I'm 50-50. Yeah, it does take place during Christmas, so if you want to consider it a Christmas movie, you can. Right. However, it's just another action movie too, so it's like the same thing with Shazam. If you want to consider that a Christmas movie too, because it takes place during Christmas. Oh, so if you want to consider that a Christmas movie, you can. But a lot of people just consider it a superhero movie.
Recently. That was pretty good.
I like Shazam.
Shazam was great.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to bomb. Yeah,
because a lot of these DC movies lately, I've been doing that, except for Wonder Woman.
I mean, it wasn't even that. It just looks like it was in a way, from the trailers that we got, it looked rushed. But when I watched the movie, like, it didn't feel rushed. It felt like they had an established story. They set up some major stuff for the next one, and
I think
they showed a lot of backstory for a future villain, which will be coming pretty soon, which is Black Adam. Who's going to be played by The Rock. So
do you think that was meant for him to play that?
Oh yeah, he's been in talks for playing Black Adam since like Batman vs Superman came out. He was casted as Black Adam.
He had that established. I think that
he was actually a producer on Shazam as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a producer on Shazam. Okay. And I think one of the next movies they're going to focus on is a solo Black Adam movie. So you're going to see more of his backstory and who he is. And
2021.
I think that's going to set up for Shazam 2, which he'll be the main villain of.
Oh, gotcha. But they're having a Black Adam movie itself.
Yeah, solo one, which he's in the gym getting ripped for. Like, that guy needs to get any more ripped.
Dude. God, there's been rumors of him. I think there was one rumor saying that he took steroids.
I believe it.
I don't, dude.
There's no way your arms can get that big in real life.
I bet it took him years, just like to get
no matter how long it takes. I know the bodybuilder.
Like you took all that Mexican juice and get that shit.
I know a bodybuilder in real life. My dad's coworker is actually a bodybuilder and everything. Right. And he was talking to him about The Rock. He goes, "There's no way your arms can physically get that big without doing steroids."
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of the people you see in like bodybuilder magazines that look huge and ripped, there's no way they can get that way without steroids.
John Cena is just.
I think John Cena. He might. It's hard to tell.
I know
with
he
him.
didn't do that. I know he's fully worked on.
Yeah, he might be legit. Mm-hmm. Speaking of John Cena. A movie that I saw the trailer for.
Yeah, going to the second one that you don't like, which I
fucking Fast 9.
Fast 9
looks horrible.
Fast 9. Okay, you've watched all of them. You watched 1 through.
I didn't watch 7. I think that's the one that when Paul Walker died.
Yes.
And I didn't watch it specifically because everyone was watching it because of Paul Walker.
It was weird. Because going back to the visual effects, you know how like they aged them.
It was his brother, and then they aged over his face.
They had his brother on there, but like I'm like part of me is like, don't risk it. Like don't put that in a way.
Yeah.
You know they're not gonna go out there now with like Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, like out there and put find a brother of him or like another person and do the same thing. Like they don't do that.
Yeah.
Like come on. Like that. That's crazy. Like
I think I watched the last Fast and Furious movie because Kurt Russell was in it for a little bit.
Yeah, I love Kurt Russell. It's great.
Like Dom was like a bad guy for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
And then so Charlize Theron's gonna be back in this movie.
Oh yeah, she playing.
I thought she died, but I haven't seen Fast 8 in like forever, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I think the biggest plot twist in this one was, John Cena's gonna be playing Dom's brother, Vin Diesel's brother, who look nothing alike.
They don't look like nothing to me.
And the biggest plot twist at the end of this trailer was, of course, they brought back a character that everyone thought was dead, which was Han from Tokyo Drift. And it was established in Fast 6, I believe.
Yeah. You know, my first reaction when I saw that, when they were showing all the characters, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think after Ludacris was him.
Yeah.
And I look, I'm like, that's the director, Justin Lin. I think that's his name, Justin Lin, because he directed most of the Fast movies. But like, I looked, I'm like, that's Justin Lin, isn't it? And I looked, they're like, no, that's
Han.
That's Han. I'm
so
like, no way. How?
I was like watching the whole trailer, like, oh, this is fucking dumb. This is stupid. And then that happened. I'm like, wait, how? So Fast and Furious 1 through Tokyo Drift were So 1 and 2 were a timeline. Then 4, 5, and 6, that's when they caught up with Tokyo Drift. The 6th movie is when they were in the same timeline as Tokyo Drift. That's why Han was in 4 and 5 after Tokyo Drift, because, everybody's like, oh, he died, how is he still alive? 4 through 6 were kind of prequels to Tokyo Drift, and then 6 caught up with Tokyo Drift because that was the one Jason Statham came in, and you find out he's the one that killed Han.
It's kind of weird that they put it that way. They put like Fast 4. It's not continued, but
it was like the Fast and the Furious, Too Fast and Furious, the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious 4, Fast 5, the Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7. I think it was Fast and Furious 8, and this one's just called Fast 9.
Fast.
The Fast Saga.
Fast, dude.
Like,
A lot of fast.
I think after Tokyo Drift, this movie they shouldn't have continued. But they all signed a 10-movie contract.
They did.
And then, not to mention the stupid spin-off Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Why they made that?
Yeah, because Vin Diesel and The Rock don't get along.
Don't get along at all.
Which
is kind of...
Well, the only reason they did that is because they had him under contract still, so they had to figure out something.
Did you find out why? Like, do you know which one didn't like, or like, found a reason why? Which
I think
one didn't like the other?
Vin Diesel and The Rock would always just headbutt over creative differences, and I know that that one other dude that's like with Ludacris all the time, the best friend. I forget his name. Tyrese Gibson.
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, he didn't like The Rock either. He butted heads with him too. So it was a whole thing. That's why that's why they did Hobbs and Shaw, because they were contractually obligated to continue their contracts with the Fast and Furious franchise. So, so Han's back, and I don't know how I feel about that, but
I don't
care.
I don't know either.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I can't. I will watch it. Just out of curious, see what they're doing.
Yeah,
what they're up to.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Because everyone's gonna watch it.
I'm not.
They're like, yeah, but like there's people who are gonna go out there like, fuck, I hate this movie. This stupid.
They
brought John Cena. They brought Han back. How the fuck is this going on? Then they all of a sudden like when the premiere goes, hey bud, what are you gonna watch? Go watch Fast 9. Let's go. Like, whoa.
I'll just read
for like months and months.
I'll read the spoilers. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll read them. I mean, I want to watch it. Like I said, just to see what this movie's up to.
I'm tired of these franchises though, because like eventually they just
I think it's the biggest franchise, right?
9 movies.
No,
technically 10 movies.
Technically 10, because they have to.
I mean, Star Wars still beats them with like 12 movies or 11 movies. Or, Yeah, 11 movies, right. And a series. So there's a animated series on Netflix for Fast and Furious too.
What the fuck?
I refuse to watch it. I don't know. Let's move on from Fast and Furious though, because
let's move
far
on.
better movie, which is
if you see it, people, let Anthony know how it goes, dude. We can talk about it.
You can talk to more Lucille about that. I don't care.
Try to say about
it. 007.
Yeah.
Bond. Bond. I love Bond films for one.
I love Bond. How many Bond films?
This is the 25th Bond film.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I think over a course of like 75 years, I believe.
And let alone Daniel Craig's, this is his fourth
or fifth, I think.
Fourth one.
Let's see. He did Quantum of Solace, Skyfall.
Right.
Spectre. And No Time to Die. I believe this is his next one.
Yeah,
this is going to be his fourth and final Bond film.
Yeah, I think that they want to.
So there's two rumors floating around of who's going to be the next Bond. They're thinking either the new black chick that they hired in this movie, who's a 00 agent as well.
Right.
They're thinking she's going to take over the role of Bond, or that's going to go to Idris Elba, that's been the longest one for a while. Too.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They want to put Idris Elba. Yeah, they want to keep it more because they're just diverse.
Yeah,
I just want to put a different.
But
which is good. I don't mind. Actually, it's what started in 2006. It's in Casino Royale.
Casino Royale. That's right.
Casino Royale 1.
Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre.
1, 2, 3.
Should be 5 films then.
Let's see.
Quantum of Solace. It's Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die.
I think this is the 6th one. I want to say.
I think it's 5. No, I thought it was 5 because. Am I missing one?
Let me check. Sorry.
I thought it was Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and then No Time to Die.
3.
Bond's been a very famous character.
Yeah, 6. This is cell 6. I think 5th.
5th. It's got to be 5.
Oh, I'm looking at there is history. It says Quantum of Solace, but it's a video game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Quantum of Solace video game. No, but he I remember he did that all the time. I forgot he did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. which I loved. That was pretty.
He was
great.
a detective in that, I believe, right?
Right. I'm a big David Fincher fan. I have his book.
Did they make the girl with the spider? Didn't they do it with second?
They did. That they had a different
chick.
Chick in that one. Yeah, they had a different woman in that one, and then they obviously a different director, which I heard that was really good. I want to go watch. I want to see that one because that one's pretty.
It's out on fucking digital and shit now.
Yeah, that one's pretty. It's kind of like is it Swedish or is it German?
The spider one?
The original ones,
I think they might be Swedish.
Right, I think so. I might be wrong, but.
But 007 looks good, bringing back some amazing action that Bond never fails to do. Rami Malek playing the villain. Christoph Waltz returning. Christoph Waltz returning to reprise his role from Spectre. And
I never seen him in this one before that.
Which one? Christoph Waltz?
Yeah.
He was in Spectre. I haven't seen Spectre either, but I heard it's good.
Yeah. I love Christoph Waltz. He's great.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Inglourious Basterds was his prime time.
Yeah, his best role.
Best role. So, that along.
That looks pretty good.
That's great. I think it's good. I don't know where it's gonna lead to. I think that's just another one of those like, oh hey, another James Bond. Yeah. Watch it. Box office. High top box.
Then they
office.
wait. A couple years, 5-6 years down the road, and make another one. Reveal the new Bond.
Yeah. It's just one of those original films that doesn't seem to have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So,
WandaVision.
Woo, yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Loki. These are not movies, however, these are shows going to be on the Disney Plus streaming service, and we got first looks at them tonight at the Super Bowl. A very brief. I'll start with the first one, the shortest one, which was a very brief look at Loki, where you see him sitting in this chair. He looks to be as a prisoner, and he says something menacing. I forget what he says, but a good little tease for what this show's gonna be. Obviously, if you guys watched Endgame, he took the Tesseract and it opened a new alternate reality. So he's gonna be doing a lot of adventures with that. So with time travel in the MCU, there's you can go as many seasons as you want with this show, and it can still relate to 5 seconds from where he left in Endgame. But I'm excited for this Loki show. It should be good. He's gonna be fucking around with time a lot. So
because he went to they just started filming.
Yeah, so it's not due till 2021.
Yeah.
So one of the concept arts actually showed him walking down the street in the 70s, and you see a poster for Jaws and stuff up, which looks really cool.
Shit.
I think it was New York or something like that. Which
way in time.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the fun part, is where he's gonna end up in time, how this is gonna connect further in the cinematic universe. Is this gonna open more doorways to the multiverse, which everyone's hoping for? So it's gonna be good. WandaVision. We finally got our first look at WandaVision, which is supposed to be a more sitcom TV show, but it's gonna have some mindfucks in it.
I think so too. I never expect to have a WandaVision show.
Oh man, I am beyond excited for this. From what we've seen, just from that brief trailer, and I can talk all day about Marvel. I fucking love the company. I love Marvel. I'm a diehard Marvel fan.
It's a huge success.
And with this Winter Soldier, or with this Falcon, or WandaVision. We're going to get to Winter Soldier and Falcon really quick.
Fucking WandaVision.
Okay. With WandaVision, this looks really promising. This is supposed to be a setup for Doctor Strange, for one. Because this is going to tie directly into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which I hear Wanda Maximoff is going to be in.
Wanda Maximoff. Explain Wanda.
So, Wanda Maximoff is Scarlet Witch. She's going to be in Multiverse of Madness. But my theory for this show is she is going to be fucking around in the multiverse trying to find her Vision. Trying to find Vision. She loved Vision. That's established in this universe, that she was heartbroken when Vision died. Of course, she had a badass comeback scene in Endgame where she goes, "You took my heart right out of me." And, Thanos, "I don't even know who you are." And she goes, "You will." Nearly kills Thanos right then and there.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
And with this show, I think she's going to be traveling through the multiverse to try to find a Vision. However, she's going to be stuck in a sitcom style show where we do see that where she says like Vision residence, and it looks kind of like I love Lucy style in a way. Another memorable thing in that trailer that we saw was her switching to different costumes, one of which is her original comic book accurate costume that I had shown you. Yeah, which I thought was an amazing Easter egg that they finally did that, because with her new costume, it's mostly just kind of like a trench coat, t-shirt, pants, and boots.
It's
a good costume, because when you think about comic books and on screen,
right?
Perfect example of this is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Imagine Hugh Jackman's Wolverine wearing the fucking yellow suit that you see in the comics. Yeah. It just wouldn't fit.
They showed that.
They do tease it in the Wolverine 2013 movie. Yeah. However, it just wouldn't fit Hugh Jackman. It's great in comics, it's great on paper, but it wouldn't fit Hugh Jackman. That's why they gave Hugh Jackman.
Why do you think that is?
I just think that, for starters, Wolverine is not like 6 foot. He's like 5'6", 5'5" in the comics. He's short.
Right.
So, with a menacing Wolverine, you would need someone smaller just to maybe fit in that costume. Some stuff looks better on paper than it does in movies. In the X-Men series, the closest we got to him being in a costume was when he would team up with the X-Men in like the original X-Men 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. And he would wear like a black outfit. Which was like their team outfit.
Yeah. That was in the animation series?
No, X-Men 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
So
that's right.
When it came down to Logan being Logan and getting like we need to have this guy have an essential kind of like costume that he always wears. If you always noticed in like solo X-Men movies, and then like when they did like the Days of Futures Past trilogy or the First Class trilogy, mm-hmm. you saw him wear more just tank top and jeans.
Right.
Or sometimes he'd wear a leather jacket. However, what they did keep on him, which I loved, was him smoking the cigars.
That was just like, because
that's an iconic
Wolverine, because he did that in
he smokes cigars.
The series, and in the comics as well.
So, going back to WandaVision, you see her in her original costume from the comics for a brief second. Now, yes, it did look dorky on her. It really did. Right. Can you imagine her in the Avengers running around in that costume? It would not look good. Some people can rock the costume, some people can't.
Right.
That's the same thing with Captain America. Now, in the Captain America series, if you look at the original Captain America costumes in the comics, it would look super dorky on Chris Evans, which they do show briefly in the first Avenger. In the first Captain America movie, you see him wear the original costume for a second, and it's pretty dorky. However, when they did their own twist on it and still kind of paid momentum to the wings on the side of his ears, but they implanted it like a patch instead of an actual sticking out, that worked.
That patch was actually, when they did that, because they put because in the current one of the Captain America, they put I think it was the A.
Yeah, and Avengers on the side too as well. Yeah, so that works out for that. Mm-hmm. Now, with WandaVision, you do see that briefly. It's a great cameo, and a lot of diehard comic fans like myself and you will look at that and go, holy shit, that's a cool Easter egg. It's cool to finally see. I never
found that until you told me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it briefly when we saw the first trailer. I was like, oh shit, she's wearing her costume. Yeah. And then I rewatched the trailer a bunch of times, and you see, I was pausing it and checking it out, and then someone took a still picture of that and shared it, and then I was looking at it more. And when I showed you the costume from the comics, it was about the same thing. Mm-hmm. So it's a little Easter egg that they snuck in there for the fans, and it's cool to see that. And I am excited to see where this goes. I had mentioned to you as well that in the comics, Iron Man, he brings Vision back, but he does have that gray look that you saw in the trailer. And I'm hoping that, it easily could be just a black and white version of him. However, I'm hoping that that's how he's going to look from here on out.
I think that would be a good idea, because that's originally how he ended.
Well, yeah, that's how he ended, and in the comics, when he brings it back, that's how his color is from there on.
I think that'd be a good concept. They wouldn't show it Just
Yeah.
because if they would have shown like his full how he looks,
Yeah.
I mean that wouldn't make sense. Marvel's pretty good at what they're as far as like look at the difference between like comics and the movies.
What I also found fascinating in this trailer was there was one point where we see Vision talking to Wanda, and Wanda's in full blown color.
Right.
Everything else is in black and white. So again, messing with the multiverse, that could be a thing. And she's supposed to end up in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which is supposedly set to be Marvel's first horror movie.
Yeah.
If all goes to plan, I'm almost certain I know who the villain's going to be for that. And I think they may have announced it, but I could be wrong. But I'm thinking the villain will be Nightmare. And he is a creepy villain. He is badass, but his essential thing was when Doctor Strange in the comics opened up the multiverse, he found a way to try to get out. So I think the entire thing is Doctor Strange probably going to help Wanda trying to get Vision out of the multiverse, but then they're going to run into the character Nightmare, who is going to eventually get in their way to try to get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and I know that they're bringing out these new like actors. They're not new actors, but like these well-known actors to the multi-universe, and it's gonna be, which is great because they had Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
They had Keanu Reeves. They had
wait, Keanu Reeves for what?
They were talking like
Oh, he was in consideration for something.
Consideration. Yeah. He's in like in talks, but talks to.
From what I've heard, he's been in Marvel's list for like the longest. They just haven't figured out what they wanted to cast him for. Like they've been wanting to bring him in the cinematic universe. They just don't know as what.
Right, and they like I said they're still on that. I think they want to put him as Moon.
I've heard Moon Knight, and I've heard you know who else I've heard is in talks for Moon Knight is Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
because Moon Knight is also an entity, but he's also a regular human. So I'm thinking the human portion could be Moon Knight of him.
I think that could work.
I like Daniel Radcliffe.
I do.
I think he's a great actor.
I think he's great. He like spot on. Never like Harry Potter never gets old.
Harry Potter, and then if you ever watched the movie he did after, like a little bit after Harry Potter, it was called Horns.
Or I heard he did. I heard
he
that
did.
Was pretty good.
He did good in that, and he was.
Did you see him in Switch Army Man?
No, he's like a farting corpse, isn't he?
It was. I watched it. It was weird. There's scenes of him because he's a dead body,
but he looks alive at some points. Like he's blinking,
he does.
and
there's a part of him he comes like. I don't know. I think he comes alive. It was really late at night when I watched it. I was like,
it's weird.
Like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, there were scenes of him just like Paul Dano like was carrying him.
Yeah,
Paul Dano's character was carrying him, and he'll fart in the movie. I was like, what the? But like, there was him like, and apparently the farts like made him push like go forward, like move around. So he kept on doing that, and like. Yeah, there were scenes of him doing it. It's so weird.
It is.
I was just like, "What the fuck is this movie?" But I was laughing so hard. I wasn't on any drugs or anything, but like it was just, I was dying.
No, you hear a fart, you're gonna laugh. That's just how humans are.
That's how humans are.
But WandaVision looks promising, and I can't wait for that.
I can't wait for that too.
It's supposed to come out at the end of later on this year. It got pushed forward. Actually, it was supposed to come out the beginning of next year. Yeah.
Now going back to that when I was talking about like bringing highlight like well-known actors to universe, but they just announced about Emily Blunt. Have you heard about that too?
That she's Blunt rumored to be.
She's supposed to be
Invisible Woman.
And talks of her being into the Marvel multi.
From what I've heard, a lot of fan casting has brought it to the point of Invisible Woman for Fantastic Four.
Yes, they want her to be. They want her.
And there's also been a heavy rumor of John Krasinski being cast as Mr. Fantastic for Fantastic Four.
They did, and then they want to do.
Also, there's another casting rumor for Wolverine in the MCU, which is being played by the guy who played Billy on Stranger Things, the lifeguard who gets all flayed up.
I forgot his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then they also are worrying about. They just announced about Christian Bale being into the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, there's a big rumor that he might be playing Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill? And then who's that? Who is in...
Beta Ray Bill?
Billy Ray Bill. Explain.
Beta Ray Bill is a horse-like character in the MCU where he actually was worthy enough to pick up Thor's hammer. and Odin comes and tries to retrieve the hammer from him, but he doesn't want to give it up. So what Odin does is makes him his own hammer, and he becomes like a Thor kind of character.
Oh.
So Beta Ray Bill, he actually had a cameo real quick, if you paid attention, in Thor Ragnarok. If you look at the Collector's Tower, you'll see all the champions he had.
Right.
One of them is a horse. It's Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, gotcha.
So Beta Ray Bill is in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that he was a champion at one point, and he probably escaped. So I'm hoping that Christian Bale gets casted as Beta Ray Bill.
There was a rumor that he wanted to be. I think like fan base were saying like he should be in the Doctor Strange movie, the new one. He playing the villain, which is kind of cool. I think. Cool. Yeah, I think more likely for sure he's gonna play a villain.
It's gonna be freaking him going from Batman to a Marvel character now, huh?
Yeah, they like it's. I mean, those people done it. You know,
Ryan Reynolds, man. I mean, I've heard talks of him.
About to say that.
I've heard talks of him. He's already in talks with Marvel for a new Deadpool.
Yeah, he's about to do that, which is great.
Yeah.
I think that was something that he needed to do. It. You know, you got these actors that actresses that done, you know, like Chris Evans. So you got like he played to Human Torch, and now to Captain America, which I think in a way was meant to be. Like they needed to do something different. Like
speaking of the X-Men, you saw the trailer for New Mutants, right?
Yeah.
So I've heard a lot of a post in the Disney official fanbase blog said that this was connected to the MCU. And that this is how they're going to introduce. A lot of people were like, "Okay, is this how they're going to introduce mutants in the Marvel universe?" Which can also connect to Doctor Strange and that horror aspect of this is supposed to be another X-Men horror movie as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "Okay, is that why they did the reshoots?" Because this movie was supposed to come out February of last year, and then it was going to come out April of last year. Then it got put on definite hold. But they reshot the entire movie. Mm-hmm. There's already one cut of the movie out, but when they did test screening, they said it wasn't scary enough, so they reshot the entire movie. And a lot of people think that a lot of the reshoots have to do with them tied into the MCU.
Yeah, and I think like you said that like Doctor Strange is supposed to be the first
like
one.
horror.
I think this one is actually supposedly that's supposed to be the first
like. Well, I mean, if you go back and date Marvel for like horror movies, I mean, if you look at Blade, those were kind of horror movies in a way.
Yeah,
because Blade was a vampire hunter.
Right. Which I'm glad they're about to remake that too.
Mahershala Ali. I think if anyone's gonna be Blade, it's gotta be him.
Yeah, I did not even think about that.
Yeah,
because I know they were talking about it, and you know, making that movie. They just haven't cast someone. Yeah. I was like, who could played someone?
Now that's the thing about that movie too. We don't know if it's going to be a movie or a show yet. They just announced it, that they said it's in development, and they casted Mahershala Ali to it, and we don't know what it's going to be yet.
That was great when they did that Comic-Con when he came out.
Yeah, they're like, we got one more thing we want to announce, and
then they showed Blade, and Mahershala Ali came out. I was like,
throwing the hat.
Well, yeah, because I think he came in first.
Well, what had happened was Kevin Feige was like, we have one more thing we want to announce, and he brought out Mahershala, and he goes, you want to tell him who you're going to play? And then he puts on the Blade hat, and it went dark, and it just said Blade on the screen. I was like, no way!
I watched that.
See, what pisses me off is, okay, Comic-Con these days is impossible to get in. I would know because I tried to buy tickets this year.
You did?
I tried to buy tickets back in November. What happens is with Comic-Con, you're put into this lottery. Well, you're put into a waiting room. Certain time tickets go on sale. You're waiting in this waiting room, and when the tickets go on sale, you wait in another waiting room, and you are in what's essentially a lottery. Right. So you're not even guaranteed to get tickets, even if you wait super early. You just got to be there before the time of the lottery opens up. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they start pulling names out one by one. And as tickets are selling, they give you messages like, oh, Friday's almost sold out, Friday's sold out. Saturday's almost sold out, Saturday's sold out. So you're watching tickets go down, and eventually they all sell out. And I was sitting there for like literally 45 minutes, and everything just sold out.
They sell out in a matter of minutes. Too.
Minutes, dude.
Yeah.
45 minutes, Comic-Con sold out.
Shit.
Dude, Comic-Con has grown so much from 2005 till 2020.
And they sell out quick.
I've been to Comic-Con.
How the fuck do you get yourself? Do you have to really because I know they have to sell it at a certain time, but you have to really wait up and say like.
I've been to Comic-Con twice in my life.
Get there.
San Diego Comic-Con.
I haven't been there. How is that like?
I went in 2004, I believe, and 2005.
Right.
And that was when the convention was really not as big as it is today.
Uh-huh.
It used to be to the point where you can donate a pint of blood and walk in the door. They would give you free tickets. They can't do that no more because this place sells out so much that one year the fire marshal had to actually step in and said, "You guys are over capacity. You guys got to kick some people out." Yeah. That's how packed this place gets.
Ah, damn. That's crazy.
So,
like, we got too much people. You gotta
go.
Get that shit out of here.
So the fire marshal actually has to step in and say, "Yeah, you guys can't. You guys are over capacity." That was 1 year.
Same thing as freaking Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland's getting so insane now that the fire marshal has to sometimes step and be like, "You guys got too much people. You got to shut down."
Yeah, I would go hours about Disneyland too. That'll be on another podcast.
But I mean, it's become this big thing where I wish they would, since these Comic-Cons do sell out, and we all know as fans they're going to announce all the major shit there. Marvel always has a panel there. They do Hall H. I wish they would live stream that for the fans.
No. Here's the thing. You have Comic-Con. You have all these, and then you have that. Like, it's so popular. Now, what I don't get is why doesn't all these other cons that are related to like Comic-Con don't have that much popularity as that? And
with San Diego Comic-Con, you have all the major movie stars, all the major movies, motion picture companies coming out and promoting their stuff. A lot of the time that means they bring a lot of their stars with them.
Okay.
With these other Comic-Cons, yeah, you can get big stars to come to these Comic-Cons, but it's going to be more and they're much, much smaller. Example, I think the second biggest Comic-Con in the SoCal area is between Anaheim WonderCon and Los Angeles Comic-Con.
Right.
Which are easier to get tickets to. But Comic-Con is the place to be at. Comic-Con is like where all the major exclusive stuff get announced or are sold. If you're a collector, like of toys and stuff, this is the place you want to be. Because this is the place that sells stuff that are only going to be sold there, and once they're gone, they're gone. And if you try to go look for them, they're probably going to be like double, triple the price on the internet.
Oh, yeah. And like when you go, and I've seen. I don't know if you've been to other the cons like related to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like there's WonderCon, like which I've been to.
I've been to WonderCon Anaheim. I've been to Long Beach Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I've never been to the one in Los Angeles, which I want to check out.
I heard the Long Beach Comic-Con is pretty good too.
It's a small one, but it's good.
Yeah, just like WonderCon.
That's where I met Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah, I met Kevin Conroy there too.
At Long Beach Comic-Con.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So now going to like the Comic-Con over at San Diego, and then going to a WonderCon. The merchandise over there, is it way? It's obviously way different, but like in a way, what's different? Are they like? Is the Comic-Con ones way expensive, or are there just other ones that are just like?
So Comic-Con sets all their prices fair. Mm-hmm. It's the collectors and buyers who go and buy all the exclusives. One of the biggest things at Comic-Con that sells out the fastest every year is the exclusive Funko Pops, because once those are gone, they're gone. And
that's a trend these days.
So what I've seen in the past are videos of buyers buying like 250 of those Funko Pops.
Gosh.
And then going on the internet to resell them for double the price they bought them for.
Damn.
Because they know people will buy them because they're exclusive just to the con.
Yeah. You know, I watched an episode of according to Jeff Goldblum, and they do the same thing with. They have a shoe con. Like a shoe, like it's like just like con,
but for shoes,
But for shoes. But these people, there's this guy. I forgot his name for a shoe expert, but he sells them by cash. Because when he's talking to Jeff Goldblum, he's like he was talking to him how he does it in some way, tells a little brief about it, and then he gets interrupted by some he was gonna sell. This guy was gonna buy a shoe. This guest came up, and then he goes, "Oh wait, hold on. Can you have the cameras not look around here because I have to have this. I'm gonna do an auction on this guy." is he brought up a shoe and they're about to do an auction, but he can't show on the screen.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I don't know, it's for privacy reasons, but he does that, and I'm like, dude, like this does the same shit like at Comic-Con. You know, they sell comic books for a matter of price. They did the same thing with this. I think they did an auction price with a show like a long time ago on Fox, and they sell this Spider-Man comic book. Yeah. It was like $8,000. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
It's insane because with comic books too, the more they age or the popularity or first appearances or just the cover alone, if it's big and it's gonna make money, later down the road, if they have them in really good conditions, they're worth more. So the way the grading system works with comics is you take them to this company called CGC. And what they do is they take a look at your comics and they'll give it an essential grade. The highest I've ever seen a comic book, it goes all the way up to 10. But the highest I've ever seen a comic book is a 9.8. You never see a 9.9. You never see a perfect 10 because...
Rating as like...
How pristine and in condition they are. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Is that just because like I don't know how to put it, but... Is that just because like how it's not used, or it's just like...
So with the grading system, that's mostly used for if you are a big time collector, and if a comic, for example, one comic that was in recent times that went up was the first appearance of a character named Weapon H, who was a mixture of Wolverine and the Hulk.
Right.
So that comic was worth so much money that if you get it graded, it actually is worth way more money because the fact that it's graded, it's sealed, and it's never been, it's not touched as much, and it's got a rating on it to prove that this is the grading of that comic, it goes up in value more. If you get it signed and then you take it to CGC, they can give you a special gold case for that proves that is the actual writer's or artist's signature, and it goes up in more in value. But it depending on the comic and depending on who the writer or artist is. Yeah. Okay. Like, for example, one of the greatest comic book artists of all time is Alex Ross. If you ever look up Alex Ross's stuff, he actually takes pictures of models in these costumes and he draws them. But his drawings are so phenomenal that they look realistic. So if you were to get a signed autograph piece from Alex Ross and get it graded by the CGC, it would probably go up in value because Alex Ross is a very talented artist, and he does a lot of work. Not only he did a lot of great stuff for DC, but he goes anywhere that pays him. Right. He's done work for Marvel. He's done work for the indies. It's whoever pays him essentially. So with comics, it all depends on if it's a great story, it's going to be worth a lot. First appearance, usually, if it's a good first appearance, it's going to be worth a lot. If it's like an iconic variant cover that they didn't make very many of, it's going to be worth a lot. Or if you get it signed and then get it graded, it's going to be worth a lot. So that's how that works as far as collections. Same thing with toys. When you buy toys, if they only made so many of them, they're going to be worth more as you age them more.
Right. Huh. Makes sense.
So
sorry, I know we got a
little off topic.
We got way off topic. It's okay. I mean,
let's do Top Gun 2.
Let's do Let's go. Let's move on to Top Gun 2.
Top
Gun 2.
Not a huge fan of Top Gun.
I've never seen the first one.
It's okay.
I love because I've only known it because of one, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, the song.
Yeah. Wasn't whatchamacallit in there too? Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer, yeah.
He's
not
today.
In it.
No, because
he can't. Has a fucking dad bod now.
He can't talk.
Really?
He has problems talking. Like, he had, I think, I think he had cancer or something, and then he got a surgery, and it messed up the way he talks. Like, if you look up interviews today of him talking, like, he doesn't sound good.
Like a stroke in some way?
Kinda. It sounds like that. Like, he talks like this. So it's not his fault. Yeah.
So you can't do freaking...
But the last movie I saw him in, and he didn't even have a speaking role in it, was Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and he plays Blunt Man in the Bluntman v Chronic reboot that they kind of showed like a screening of, and he's basically Silent Bob's character where he just doesn't.
Yeah, he did. He in the
He
Silent
doesn't talk.
Bob reboot, right?
Yeah, he doesn't talk. So
that's just
yeah,
he's insane. I did not know that about him. I never followed much about him. I wasn't like that.
He's a good Batman.
He was I didn't like that Batman. I'm a big Batman fan. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't like Clooney's Batman. No one likes
Clooney's Batman. You love Clooney's?
No, I said I didn't like.
Oh, you didn't? Oh my god! I was about to say.
No.
Holy crap! I do not like.
However, I did.
He even admitted it.
Yeah, he knows.
Even on an interview on Inside the Actors Studio, he did not like the.
However, I did like that Bane.
You did?
That
Really?
was the most comic accurate Bane we've ever gotten.
Oh, yeah. Because he does.
Yeah.
In a way he did.
But how can you not love Arnold's puns, man? It's great. All right, everyone, chill.
Chill. He goes, "Who killed the dinosaurs?
Yep.
The Ice Age."
Yep. It's hilarious. But with Top Gun 2, I mean, he's returning to his role, and
I'm trying to look for that character he did, Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Oh yeah, he was good in Tombstone.
Yeah,
he was good as Jim Morrison in The Doors too.
Yeah, he did. I heard that he did really good. That
he was like spot on with that role.
Because I know Doc Holliday. There you go.
Yeah, he played Doc Holliday.
He
They had a good cast to it.
I saw that, and he also did really good in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and which Robert Downey Jr. played. That got him the big highlight for Iron Man.
Career,
yeah. But he is going to play Top Gun and Maverick, this new one.
He might be in a flashback or something.
He probably will,
because he's dead.
He probably won't speak at all. So sad, dude.
Yeah, because he's dead. He died in Top Gun, the first one.
Did?
Yeah, he dies.
Oh, okay. Like I said,
He plays Goose, and Goose dies.
He plays Iceman. That's his name.
I thought he was Goose.
Is it?
I could have sworn he was Goose.
Yeah, and when I read it just now, he said that he plays Iceman.
I thought he was Goose. I don't know.
I don't know.
I could be wrong too.
You never know. He could play a different universe. They'd probably make him look younger since all these freaking new CGI effects going on.
Lose some weight. Boom.
Anyway, move on. We're going to Mulan. Mulan.
It's just a reimagining of an old cartoon that they're bringing to live action that Disney wants to keep doing.
Right, and then making it. It's not.
But they're focusing a lot around the Chinese culture, which is good.
Which part of me is saying that they're gonna do. This movie might do good. This movie might do horrible, but we never know. We cannot assume that this.
I think like a couple weeks ago, because I get a lot of emails to do test screenings. Right. I could have test screened that one.
Oh shit! Really?
But
so it should have got done.
It's already done filming. They're just when they do the final months before it comes out, they do test screens. It's not finished CGI or like sound or anything. But they do a lot of test screenings to see what audience thinks about it. And they make you take surveys and stuff after.
So they were saying, people were predicting that they're gonna have Mushu in there, but they were gonna have him in a costume, or they're gonna have him in a statue. That could in some cameo he'd do that, but they really are focusing on the authentic. The culture of this
the
story. So, which is good. I don't mind that. That's great. Disney's really good at doing cultural movies too. We have a bunch of them, but like I said, we never know. We can't assume. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's
really
talk
quick for
Wonder Woman 84.
Wonder Woman 1984. I was just going to talk about that. How I think that's going to be pretty good.
That was a funny little Super Bowl trailer, though. I mean, it shows her in that mall. She jumps up in her suit, and of course, throughout the entire Super Bowl, which it's become a habit of one brand doing this every year. But throughout the entire Super Bowl, you see one brand coming back and advertising their product, which this year was Tide, and Charlie Day, of course, was the Tide spokesperson this year.
That whole Super Bowl commercials. I think they were saying who had the top one. I think Charlie Day threw out.
I love Charlie Day.
On top, I love Charlie Day.
I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he was great. He's great in that. He did also really good in I think it was called Uncover or Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses.
Yes, he did. It was great. But I think this trailer alone, I think it's pretty good. I think I'm glad that they're holding off
on another trailer
on Christopher Wade's character.
Yeah, I think there's only been one trailer that came out for that, right?
Right, and I didn't kind of get how like the whole Chris Pine came back, but I think this is
that's another thing I think they're holding off. I think it's going to be something to do with either time travel or I don't know.
Probably more likely. I like how Pedro Pascal, the guy that played Mandalorian, that's playing this one. He's playing Max Lord.
Yeah,
is doing pretty good, and he's gonna play a whole different character.
Yeah,
he's playing the villain, and he looks pretty good. I don't know if you've seen a picture of him, but trying to pull almost.
But nonetheless, I mean, it was a nice little thing to advertise the movie and get tied in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks
different. He looks a lot. I didn't know that was him until I actually searched it up. I was like, "That's Pedro, dude."
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks great.
But Wonder Woman, it was a nice little trailer to keep the fans hyped and a little good advertisement for Tide as well. So
right.
And the last one for the Super Bowl that was good was the Black Widow.
Yeah.
Of course, great. This is the highly anticipated solo Black Widow movie that a lot of fans have been waiting for. Taskmaster, of course, going to be the main villain. And this one showed more of her Russian family.
Do you know who's playing Taskmaster?
No one knows. I don't know actor-wise who's playing him, but no one knows who the Taskmaster is actually supposed to be. There's a lot of theories floating around as to who it is, but we won't know until we watch the movie.
They just put it on the cast list. They're having RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. on there, Tony Stark.
Is it confirmed?
It looks confirmed to me because they're doing. It's rumored, but
yeah.
I think that's gonna be that Florence Pugh is gonna be the woman that's playing Yelena Bolova.
Yeah,
because she's great. Which we'll talk about her in a moment because she's in the Oscar category. And she's great. She's done so many. She did this movie which I want to see is Midsummer. That looks
okay.
Creepy. You did? Really? Okay. You saw it?
I watched it because I liked Hereditary.
Right.
Which is the same guy who did.
I have that movie and it's not open. It hasn't been ripped. I still have the plastic cover on it. Never been open.
Hereditary is a mindfuck. Hereditary is a legit horror movie.
Right.
Midsummer is just straight up mindfuck.
Okay.
And the thing about this director, if you're going to watch either one of those movies, is pay attention to a lot of the little details that, for example, he does a lot of exterior shots where he shows in Hereditary the house, but you see off to the side of forest. Pay attention to like the forest and stuff because sometimes you'll see people hiding in there. Same thing with Midsummer. There was a big thing where in one of the scenes, as they're walking in the trees, you can makes out a face with something that happens in the very beginning.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Say.
Yeah. There was. I read the fact that was.
So his face. He's known for hiding shit in his movies. And when I first watched Midsummer,
who was this again?
Huh?
Who was this?
The director.
Do you know who the director is?
I don't know his name.
I don't know either, but continue.
But he's known for hiding shit in his movies like that. So when you're watching both movies, if you ever get the chance to, look closely like in backgrounds or if they show like exterior shots of just the house and like bushes and stuff. Look at like the bushes and shit. You'll see people. And
I'll take a look at it.
It's pretty weird, but it's pretty good.
But going back to the Black Widow, David Harbour
he's playing the Russian Captain America.
Yeah, that's gonna be freaking great. He got I don't know if he gained a lot of weight or he got built a lot.
Well, he got ripped for
Hellboy. I watched about.
I liked 50%. Hellboy. I liked it.
I thought it was good, but I think the way that was put is that, hey, I got a rated R movie. I got Hellboy. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want.
What they did is they mashed like 3 or 4 stories together, Hellboy stories. The beginning is Hellboy in Mexico, which is an actual storyline. Yeah. Same storyline. He fights the vampire.
Yeah.
I think they did the essential storyline that they did for Hellboy was Hellboy being a descendant from King Arthur. Right. That's why he can wield the sword.
Okay.
And I think they did another storyline from another Hellboy comic. But
I think he's gonna do good in this Black Widow.
yeah, I mean, like I said,
Yeah,
he's the
well,
Russian Captain America,
yeah.
and I just read a comic with the Avengers where the Russian Avengers come to the Avengers come to Russia to do something, and the Russian Avengers you guys need to leave. This is our territory. They're badass. So I'm hoping that it eventually leads to a Russian version of the Avengers, which are really cool.
Yeah, and you got other people in there like William Hurt, his character that's gonna be in there because he's played Thaddeus Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah, he's supposed to play in that one.
He's gonna be in it again.
Good.
They de-aged him in there too.
Oh, they did.
So I don't know.
In this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see it in the trailer.
Okay. Oh, well, I didn't catch that. Probably will catch
but
it.
I'm excited for Black Widow. I can't wait to see Taskmaster.
I cannot wait.
Even though a lot of people were complaining that he doesn't look exactly comic accurate, but he still looks badass in my opinion.
Right.
All right, let's get to the main event. So, an hour and a half into this already.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
All right.
Go.
But the next thing we're going to be talking about on the podcast while Lucille is releasing some fluids is we're going to be talking about Oscar nomination predictions. Now, the Oscars, as of this recording, are next Sunday, and we will be doing a post-Oscar reaction podcast after me and Lucille watch the Oscars. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming next week. We're going to try to make this podcast a weekly series on Cinema 101. That way we still have consistent uploads. But today we're going to be talking about our Oscar predictions. Now, we're going to go through every category, whether we've seen everything or whether we've not seen everything. We're going to go through every category and pick what we think is going to win each category. We're going to start from writing original screenplay and end at Best Picture. So I already have all of my predictions down. Lucille, we have the predictions list on the screen in front of us. So he's got an idea of what he wants, but he just wants to take a double look at them just to make sure that if there is something he missed, he is going to take a look at that. And if he wants to change it, he's more than welcome to. I have mine finalized. And I think as we go, I'll write down Lucille's predictions as well. That way we can kind of have a little point system. Yeah. We can have a little point system for when the actual Oscars come on, and we can see who got the most right. How do you feel about that?
Well, sorry, I just took it. Here's Pai. All right, we got back on here. So sorry, what were you on?
I was just talking about Oscar predictions, how we're gonna go through that, and I was saying that you have an idea of what your predictions are, but you want to double check just to make sure in case you missed something, cheers for Oscars, and that towards the end, I was thinking maybe we can write down all of our predictions, and then when we do the post Oscar podcast, we can see who got the most points and our reactions to it.
So we're gonna start. Yes,
we're starting down at writing for original screenplay.
Is that the first one on there? Do you know?
That's the very first category.
That's the first category.
This is going up towards Best Picture.
And just to let you guys know, this is how they originally do this. I believe in the Oscars they do this originally. They will start from I think they will start. The first one on the Oscar, it's actually best. I think supporting actor. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they did it last.
So we're on the Oscar website, and we're just gonna go from bottom to top from what they have.
But when they play in the show, that I don't know. I think they start from either supporting actor or from screenplay.
Yeah, so I don't know how they mix it up at the Oscars.
They might mix it up this year.
We're gonna go from bottom to top what they have on the website, and we're gonna give our predictions. Starting off with writing original screenplay. For me, I think since he's been winning all the awards at the SAG Awards and at the Golden Globes, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino will take home the original screenplay.
Yes, I believe that. There is a difference between which another category will pop up with screenplay. A lot of these are really good. I love the Marriage Stories screenplay. It was really well written out. Fucking sad movie, dude.
Yeah.
It was very
the way the way it starts, it's like
starts.
they're telling each other what they like, and then you find out, oh, they're getting divorced. It's
exactly.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But in a sense, it is a marriage story.
Right. But you cannot say no to a Quentin Tarantino movie. I mean, to a screenplay to a Quentin Tarantino, because that's his bread and butter. That's like screenplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Out of all movies he's won. What do you think he
always wins original screenplay. Yeah.
I think that's his third one. From
something like that.
Yeah, because the last one he did was.
I know he won one for Django. I know he won one. I think he won one for Hateful Eight as well.
Yes, he did. He won that for Hateful Eight, and which I know that one's so freaking good. But I think I'm trying to get the. Oh shit! No, he won 2 Oscars. Yeah, he's been nominated.
Yeah,
he's been nominated. I think this is going to be his third one though, and which I'm going to vote for. The first one he did was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that movie.
Then it went to Glorious Bastards, Django, which he won, and then I think this one is going to be his hit. Yeah, so I'm going to go with this one. Even though Parasite, however, I think that might win.
I think it's neck and neck with Parasite. I have not seen Parasite yet.
Yeah, but though I want to take a look at more. Is the other category for screenplay because
adapted screenplay. Yeah, because this is gonna be really. I think it's gonna be great. Which but all in general, I think Quentin Tarantino is gonna win this one. I think he's gonna take home original. Yeah.
I think he's gonna take original one, but however, adapted.
I'm going Joker.
I think Joker
too. Now, Irishman was a great.
Yes.
Jojo Rabbit, I was funny in the beginning, sad at the end. I loved it. I did not seen Two Popes or Little Women.
Yeah. You know what? Talking about that, I want to say that this Little Woman's going to win it.
You think so?
Yeah, because this is a screenplay by Greta Gerwig. I believe so. I don't want to be wrong, but yeah.
By the way, can we talk about how Uncut Gems was screwed out of the Oscars this year?
Yeah. Yeah, it is by Greta Gerwig. But yeah, anyway, Uncut Gem. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either, but I've heard such good things about it.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be Adam Sandler.
If it's anything like the same guys who made Uncut Gems made Good Times with Robert Pattinson. If it's anything like that movie, I'm invested because that movie was fucking phenomenal.
Right. And then, you know, that's the thing though. Like we don't know. We don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But I think overall that it's just the Oscars. We'll probably get into it later about the snubs about the Oscars that I get into. But overall, we'll get it later. But going back to the adapted screenplay. I think from my vote, I think it's Little Woman.
I'm going Joker.
Yeah. I think it's Little Woman. Go on that, let alone, because I think they were talking highly about her screenplay.
Yeah.
And then this could be really big, though, because I think this will be the first woman. I haven't seen a woman
to win a
screenplay in a while. And that alone is huge. So that could be something.
Now this was honestly a 3-way tie for me because I really liked Irishman, I really liked Jojo Rabbit, and Joker was just amazing. Yeah. I picked Joker due to the fact that not because it's the Joker and it's got something to do with Batman. I mean, because I love Batman, I love the Joker.
I love it too.
I picked this movie because it didn't feel like a comic book movie. It felt like its own movie. They just used the Batman universe, you know what I mean? But a lot of the times you didn't really see like the Joker aspects towards like halfway through the movie. You know what I mean? You saw the laughing and everything and you found out that was a disease, but like when he started killing and when he started going like corrupt, that was like halfway through the movie.
It was all this movie was all based on like just a mental
and it felt more of like the movie took place in the 80s. But it felt more like it took place in like the 50s or 60s just because of the music alone.
Oh, really? You think so?
The movie did take place in the 80s, though.
Yeah, that's in the list. I'm going to see the Best Picture showcase. So
have you not seen that yet?
I have not seen that yet.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I have not seen it, but I really want to go watch it. I think that'd be I think I'll enjoy it, but I know some people will have a different take on that.
The soundtrack's great. Yeah. The makeup's great. Costuming's great. Story's amazing.
I'll get into that too.
Yeah.
But so we have visual effects here.
I'm going Endgame.
I am going Endgame as well.
Endgame. That final scene blew me away.
Fuck yes, dude.
And if Endgame doesn't win,
fuck yeah, 3 fucking times. I think that's gonna win. However, if
Endgame doesn't win, I would say my backups are 1917 and Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
However, I think Irishman is something
because of that CGI.
Did you see the difference between Al Pacino's, like, the way he looks currently, and then the way they put him in Jimmy
Same thing with Robert De Niro.
It's hysterical. I mean, it's crazy. I was like, what the hell? Like, I didn't know they used CGI effects. I thought that was all makeup.
Yeah.
Honestly, but they did that good. Pretty well. So, I want to say it's either between Endgame
or The Irishman.
That my last one will be Star Wars. Lion King.
I never saw
Lion King. It was silly. I just thought it was like, okay, the whole point was, okay, well, we can make any live action movie. Let's just make Lion King.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they used real lions. It's really cool, but like they had a bunch of. I mean, they had, Charles Gambino on it, and
he played the main character.
Yeah, he on there, but he sounds so just calm. It's just so mellow.
Yeah.
When he was older, he's just like,
for me,
because like in the animation, he was like all excited. He's just more. I think he's more amped up than like this one, because like you see Donald Glover just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Simba. Oh. Hey. I can't wait to be king.
For me, visual effects. It's going Avengers Endgame. Then if that doesn't win, I want 1970 to win.
Right.
If that doesn't win, Star Wars.
I think so too.
Because 1917, with all the practical effects they used in that movie, it was visually stunning. Mm-hmm. Have you seen it yet?
1917.
Yeah.
No, I want to. I have a few things about it, but that's the movie I'm gonna watch.
The entire movie from start to finish is just one camera shot.
Yes, I heard that's great.
And you could see, I mean, if you really pay attention, you can see the cuts when they did it, but it's such a phenomenal fucking film.
Which we'll bring into that as well when we come up.
Sound mixing.
We got Ad Astra, Ford Ferrari, Joker, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm going Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. I haven't. Out of all these, I have not seen. Well, actually, I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with that because I just saw it. Yeah. But however, I don't know how 1917 and Joker are gonna be, and Ford Ferrari. Because Ford Ferrari is gonna be on the Oscar list too.
Ford v Ferrari was pretty good.
Ford v. Have you seen it too?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, cool. I think so. Let alone done. Sound edited.
I wrote Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Really? Why is that?
I think just due to the fact of the editing of with all the sound Star Wars has to start with, you have spaceships, you have fucking guns, lightsabers, you have, not only that, you have the music you have to fit in there. You have all these different sound effects from the aliens and everything. That is not easy to edit. And I think with any Star Wars movie, it deserves like an Oscar of some sort, because with a movie like that, there's so much sound that goes into that post-production that I bet it's very time-consuming. So
it's going back to like all these like kind of fancy, like these sci-fi fantasy movies. Like, we go back to Harry Potter. I thought honestly the last Harry Potter, which was fucking incredible. I thought I cried at that last movie. I thought that was gonna be in the Oscar list, like in the Best Picture Oscar list, just like Endgame. Just like Rise of Skywalker.
Endgame got screwed.
Endgame got screwed. And which we'll maybe talk in a minute. Yeah. But like those kind of movies, you're like, damn, those are gonna be a really fucking like in the list.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. And then it gets stumped right in the minute.
Yep.
And we don't know why. We don't. Because there's other lists.
What I'm pissed about is Skywalker is nominated for 2 Oscars and Endgame's only nominated for 1.
Exactly. Don't you think that sound mixing or sound anything else, they should be in that list?
Easily, dude.
Easily in the production design. I think in the production design, which they're not in, like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why not?
You know how beautiful that fucking sounds when
Right.
Iron Man shoots his damn lasers?
Right.
That is not easy to freaking mix.
That doesn't make sense. Why you don't do that?
Yeah.
Or I think you just like they think like, oh shit, I don't know what to pick. Like I feel like the Academy thinks like they just go around, they see a bunch of films like it's like kind of like playing Russian roulette. Pick that one. Yep. Like I don't know why. But sorry, going back to the short film live action, we haven't seen these at all. Have you seen these?
No, but I just picked one just to guess.
You did. Guys, it wouldn't. We haven't seen it. I'm not gonna pick one just because out of respect, because I haven't seen it.
I picked one just for the sole purpose of when we do points that
right.
You know, if I get it right, I got it right. But yeah, we can skip this one and short film
but
animated.
we can list them off. We're gonna put the list is Brotherhood, Nefta Football Club, The Neighbor's Window, Zara, and A Sister. So go, if you haven't seen those, go check it out. Let us know how it is.
And then these are short film animated.
Short film animation,
which is De Serra, Daughter, Hair Love, Kit Bull, Memorable, and Sister.
Yes, and then the I haven't seen those other than the short films. Have one which was last year, which was Kobe Bryant.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I want to see it. I want to see it. I have his respect. Rest in peace for him.
All right.
So production design. We got Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Now this one was a hard one for me because I was stuck between Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and 1917 because they both had amazing
I was just
production.
about to say that. Yeah.
But ultimately, when it came down to it, I chose Once Upon a Time in Hollywood due to the sole purpose that what they did to make you feel like you were in the 60s again, and all the links they pulled out to make Los Angeles that 60s vibe again. Right. If you watch the behind the scenes, like Quentin Tarantino says, if we didn't film this movie the time we did, we couldn't have accomplished what we did. And for that sole purpose alone, when he said that, I was like, yeah, this movie made me feel like I was in the 60s, from the music to the cars to like everything. Like,
it's good. It was that production design well known.
Yeah.
I have all these lists. It was Irishman and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood I always saw, but that occurring to Quinn's movie, let alone, was that production design was spot out good.
I've been to the location where they filmed the Spawn movie ranch. It's no longer there. They built that thing from the ground up.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
really.
You can see a lot of.
What was that location again?
It's out in like Simi Valley, the Simi Valley area.
Oh, so like past Los Angeles, or
like outside of Los Angeles? Yeah, it's about like 30, 45 minutes away from Los Angeles.
Right. Okay.
In the Valley area, and I've been out in that area, and like you can see a lot of the stubs where like foundations were put and stuff, but dude, there's nothing there anymore, and they built that thing from scratch. Like, if you see the movie and you were to go to that location, you would not believe that that was Spawn Ranch.
That makes a lot of sense, and just like this 1917 one, that's a huge one. It's just because I think Dunkirk won that last year, if I'm not mistaken. Dunkirk won that one, but that's a fucking huge production design.
Well,
you gotta have. I don't know how many. I think he had 200 plus background actors.
Well, when you watch it,
actors. Sorry.
I mean, there's a part that they show in the trailer where the plane crashes down into the barn.
Right.
When you watch that scene and you look at the production on that, like, it is phenomenal.
Insane.
There's another scene too where later on, like one of the main guys, he's like running through. I think.
Hairstyles.
Oh God! Thank God he wasn't in that
there
movie.
you go. Yeah,
no, but there's like one scene where he's running through. It's a nighttime scene. Everything's blowing up. There's a war going on, and just seeing all that blow up and everything, and all the production, like the detail and stuff, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, that let alone makes it just makes sense. But generally, though, going back to this production design, I'm gonna go with 1917.
I'm going Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah?
What he did, like I said, with that 1969 vibe, I was blown away.
Yeah. Are we gonna add points to this at all? Are we?
What do you mean?
Are we gonna put like one? Are we? Because how many categories are there? There's a lot.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 categories.
Holy shit! God damn!
And we are on...
All right, no, that's pretty normal.
Best original song.
Yeah, so should we start from 20? Should we do a 24, like, and then whoever wins will go, well, minus, and then whoever gets the highest...
Whoever gets the highest score. So the maximum number of points you can get is 24.
All right. So again, guys, we're gonna do we're gonna start from 24, and you guys can join along too if you like to. Go ahead.
Make your prediction
Make
list.
your predictions, and then go from there, and then start from 24, and then if your prediction's not right, you do a minus, and then take a point off. And if your prediction's right, you stay there. So keep on, and whoever has the highest odds, do it. I mean, it'd be a great game to do. And yeah, I'm gonna have some friends over. Anthony Long is gonna come by. We're gonna
do an Oscar party.
Do a Oscar party over here. I'm gonna have one. I like going full out with those.
Original song.
We have I Cannot Let You Throw Yourself Away from
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4. And then we're going to have Rocket Man. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough. And we got the Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. And Stand Up from Harriet. What is your prediction?
Rocket Man. It's been taking home all the awards, and can't go wrong with Elton John.
You know, I was just gonna be silly and put
Frozen 2
Into the Unknown.
I was gonna.
Have you listened to the one to the Panic Disco one? Into the Unknown.
Did they remake that song?
They did. They had two different versions. They had one for the Kristen Bell's one, which I didn't know that she fucking sang, which is great. But this one,
she was in the first Frozen too.
Yeah, she was, and she sang this, and then what was the other one? It's Celia.
I don't know.
I forgot her name. She's on a lot. She's on Wicked. She did a lot of musicals.
I'm not a big Frozen fan.
I'm not either. I know my niece and nephew are, but I know my nieces, and then my sister, let alone Melissa. She's a big. They're Frozen fans too. But like I like it. I'm gonna go with Randy's song. I Can't Let You Throw Myself Away from Toy Story 4 because, you know, it was the last one. It was emotional.
God, I cried.
I loved it. Anyway, I'm going to go with that one. Love Me Again. Good for you, dude. And we got now...
Original score. This one is...
So if you guys don't know the difference between these two, I know for a little fact...
a score is like
music.
Yeah.
The score itself is just a whole orchestra of it.
It's the music you hear like in the backgrounds of movies,
right?
To give it that feel.
We have the original song. It's just kind of like you can get that on a fucking cassette tape, and
it's a song is like more.
You can do that.
It's like you'll hear once throughout the movie, like a score you hear throughout the movie. It's what gives the movie the feel like. It sets moods for different scenes and stuff. It's music that's played in the background of movies that sets the scene and stuff. So this one we have Joker.
We have score. Go ahead.
Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, and The Rise of Skywalker. That's
John
the
Williams,
third.
Dude.
That is the third Oscar. Rise of Skywalker is not.
Yes.
Where's Avengers?
Exactly. Where is Avengers at? Where is it?
Where's
not
Avengers?
Here.
So
who did that? Who fucking made that?
So this one was another tough one for me.
I'm gonna give a shout out for him.
The Star Wars Rise of Skywalker because I love John Williams.
Really?
But I went with Joker.
I am going with the Joker too. I've listened when I was doing was working at Haunt during the time. That was one of my songs that I listened to. That the fucking so incredible.
It's
amazing.
I mean, when you watch it, you're going to see that the songs that they have in this movie really bring the movie to life. especially when he's doing dances and stuff. Like the score is beautiful.
The bathroom the bathroom dance scene. I thought that one, let alone, it's incredible. I love scores. I listen to them, but in a heartbeat. Those are just, that one, let alone, just like,
It's great.
Let me give you chills. The guy that did do the composer for Avengers Endgame is Alan Silvestri. I can't pronounce his last name, but dude, Alan, shout out to you, dude.
You got robbed.
You got robbed, man.
Academy,
Fucking
if you're listening.
Great shit when he did that. When we got all the freaking Avengers all together. Captain fucking America comes out with the Thor hammer. Avengers!
Assemble. Well, that Avengers theme in general is beautiful.
Exactly. Anyway, we're going back to makeup and hairstyling. We got Bombshell, Joker, Judy, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, 1917. Can I talk about Maleficent, Mistress of Evil? I don't know why they made that movie. I just didn't think it was worth it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch the first one.
Why
the fuck? I didn't watch it. I was like, why the fuck are you creating a second one? Just make the first one. That's it. That's it. That was my rant for that. But anyways, makeup and hairstyling.
Again, I'm going with Joker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1917.
Joker was I just when you think of the iconic character of the Joker, the one thing that comes to mind every time is, okay, how is his makeup gonna look in this movie? What they did with their own original design of the Joker, especially, and it's not really a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, he's standing on top of his car. He gets blood and makes a smile.
Yeah, I've seen that scene.
What they've done with the makeup for him, Joaquin, to make his own iconic look of the Joker was phenomenal.
Right. And I think for myself too, I think Joker, let alone I can say that I can vote for that. If I saw it, I can do that. Then again, I haven't yet. I'm gonna go with 1917 because it went well with the timeline. Was a time period with that whole what was it, the war of
World War One.
World War One, exactly. I'm gonna go with that. It's a little hard one, but I'm gonna because all these I haven't seen at all. So go there.
Going 1917 then.
Go on 1917. We got
independent international feature film.
Okay, guys. So this one is they beforehand they called it throughout the years. They called it best foreign film, but now they changed it to international feature film. I don't know why. I think it's a more appropriate and I think it's a more appropriate
title.
I'm okay with it. Let's get that out of the way. But we got Corpus Christi. It's a Portland film.
Poland.
We got Honeyland,
Macedonia.
We got Les Miserables from France.
Painting
Glory from Spain, and we got the one and all Parasite from South Korea.
I'm gonna go Parasite.
I am going with Parasite, baby.
Because if it's good enough to be nominated for Best Picture,
yes,
that tells you something.
That tells you something for sure.
That really tells you something for nominated for Best Picture.
So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I think that's gonna be great.
Film editing.
We'll talk when we get there. But film editing. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that was sound mixing. We got Ford Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite.
Going Irishman.
I'm gonna go.
You know why I'm going Irishman?
Why do you think so?
Because the editor who had to sit down and edit a 3-hour fucking movie is insane.
It's kind of true. It's like, in a way, it works. And you're the Irishman, let alone that's probably more than that.
Oh yeah.
Like
that guy spent months editing that movie.
30 hours. Because they have to. They probably filmed a whole mess of a work.
Yeah.
In a normal film, it's like, what, an hour, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then they have to really sit there and weeks and months and do that. And then probably get that shit done. So, I'm going to go with that. Shout out to Thelma Shoemaker.
Thelma
Thelma
Schoonmaker.
Shoemaker. Go out with her. Yeah, not go with her. Out with her. I don't know what the fuck she is. Go. Shout out to her.
So we got documentary short subject.
Another
thing we haven't seen, but I'll name them off. In the Absence, learning to skateboard in a war zone.
Right.
Life Overtakes Me, St. Louis Superman, and Walk, Run, Cha Cha. Those are all documentary short subjects, and then another one documentary features American Factory, The Cave, Edge of Democracy, For Sama, and Honeyland.
Yes, and you guys, if you guys seen these, any of these short documentaries or any of these feature documentaries, let us know. Tell us what you think. I want to know.
I'm interested.
We're interested in it. I'm a big. I love documentaries. I watched recently was the Aaron Hernandez one. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. But the story overall is just talks. If you know the Aaron Hernandez story, don't watch it. It just pretty much covers up. It talks about him. About his story, about like what he did and the secrets he did in his life and why he killed and had a gay lover and all that. But like I didn't know much about it at all, and I was just like, whoa, okay, it was crazy. But now we're going to get to the big parts. We're going to directing.
So we got Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bang Joon-ho for Parasite. So this was a very hard one for me for sure. I love Martin Scorsese. Todd Phillips killed it with Joker. Sam Mendes killed it with 1917. And every Quentin Tarantino movie I have seen, I have loved.
Yes. I'm going to go on the safe side, though. I'm going to go with Sam Mendes.
I'm going 1917.
1917. I'm going with that because he had a lot of praise to that.
I'm going with 1917 for the sole purpose of him accomplishing a one-shot through the entire movie.
Yes.
I praise the fuck out of him for doing that.
I do too. Then again, if he didn't have that, I feel like I would have voted for Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips is a great fucking director.
Oh, especially with Joker, dude. Like,
exactly. This is a guy that...
I think for me, Todd Phillips and Quentin Tarantino, because...
Yeah, and you got a guy that... Like, that guy came from a background from a funny-ass movie from Hangover.
Yeah, he did The Hangover to, like, The Joker.
Yeah. How
that
was
like
that and then get a fucking Oscar?
When I found out that he was doing The Joker, I was very iffy about it. I'm like, okay, this guy fucking directed The Hangover.
Right.
How is he going to direct the Joker movie? And he blew me away. Costume design.
We got costume design. We got Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
So this movie has made my list a couple times, and I'm going again with Joker.
Really?
I loved his costume in there.
I like the Irishman. I'm gonna go with that, but I'm gonna agree with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was another very good costume design.
Yeah, I think that was a really, from the way I saw it, it was well set out for that 1960 era. It went good. It was spot on. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that. That's my list.
All right.
That's my vote.
Where are we at next?
We're at next is
cinematography. And this is hands down. This automatically. I'll list them, but I already know which one.
I already know too.
Irishman, Joker, Lighthouse, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Should we say it at the same time?
1917. Just the fact that this cinematographer got behind the camera and accomplished this one shot that was Sam Mendes' vision. He did a phenomenal job with this movie. Exactly. And if you see a lot of the camera work done in this movie, it is beautiful.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see it. I'm very well excited because I'm a huge I'm a sucker for freaking one shot cinemas.
Yeah.
Like Birdman. Birdman was fucking
start to finish one
shot.
Yeah.
And there's other movies like that. The Revenant, the same director, the same photographer. They did the same thing. It was great. And then, but you know, like like I said, I'm just really excited just to see how that's gonna work. Lighthouse, however,
I have not seen that yet.
I have not seen. I heard.
I have it though.
Dafoe was great.
I have it.
You have the movie?
I have it in my Vudu account.
Oh,
it's just sitting there, and I just have yet to watch it.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
All right, we got the animation feature film.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Claws, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4.
I'm gonna go with. I want Toy Story 4 to win, but why do I think Missing Link is gonna get it?
Because it's been winning a lot of awards.
It's been winning. It's on the top on the race for awards.
I want Toy Story 4 to win for the sole purpose of Duke Kaboom.
Yes, Keanu Reeves. Yes, Canada. I can and do it.
Duke Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Can you really shoot lasers out of your eyes?
It's so great.
All right, now we're in the big times now. We're in like the final, I think, 5.
Okay. You want to go with this one?
Actress in supporting role. We got Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Laura Dean in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh for Little Women, and Margot Robbie for Bombshell. Now, may I remind you, Scarlett Johansson is nominated for both actress in supporting role and actress in a leading role.
I will talk about that later.
Which I am shocked about.
Yes, I don't. I was agreed, but I agree to disagree with that whole thing. But I'll tell you a reason why. But my prediction is, I think Laura Dern's gonna take it.
I think Laura Dern's gonna take it too. She played a bitch
fucking
lawyer in there, but if she's making you hate her character, she is doing her job as an actress.
Mm-hmm. You like from watching that, or her playing that character.
Yeah,
it just reminds me of so many other. I mean, you probably seen Lawmaker.
Well, I mean, Laura Dern, dude, she's a well-known actress.
Yes,
goes all the way back to Jurassic Park.
Exactly,
and she's done so much stuff from there. She was in Star Wars.
Yeah, and so like this one, like her playing that character, it just felt like she was. It felt like a real like lawyer.
Yeah, well,
like
she was
lawyers.
Scarlett Johansson's lawyer in there, and she was trying to get everything she can do to get custody of the kid.
I thought it was a lesbian scene. Did I tell you that?
You got what?
I thought it was a lesbian scene. I thought it was gonna be. I was like
a lesbian scene.
Yeah, I was. I
because she got all close to her in the beginning.
Yeah, I got closer. I was like, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And which I was like, cool. Don't let this.
Now this is a hard one.
No, it's not, because I already know who's gonna win in this one.
I know who's gonna win too.
Can you scroll? All right.
This is.
All right, guys. Actor in supporting role. Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Well, actually, is it supporting?
Yes, it is.
Tom Hanks was a supporting actor in that movie. Wasn't the movie
he did.
about him?
He the main character is the writer in that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, is the interviewer, whoever plays in that one. So Tom Hanks, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Anthony Hopkins in The Two Hopes,
which I hear is really good.
Yes, I watched a little bit of it. That was really good. Al Pacino and The Irishman. Fucking Al Pacino, hell yeah! Ooh.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Gosh damn, dude! I'm so glad he's back on the fucking Oscar list, dude. It's been a whole minute, dude.
He actually came out of retirement.
He did
to do that.
Yeah, because you know how many times?
Like 5 or 6 times. Yeah. Scorsese asked him.
Yeah. He said, I just don't want to do it. And the last but not least,
Brad Pitt.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And who do you think you're gonna go?
Brad Pitt.
I was gonna go with that too.
He's been taking them all home.
Yeah,
he has.
He's been taking all.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Phenomenal.
And
great.
Not to mention his funny speech at the SAG Awards about Tarantino's foot fetish. That was hilarious.
Did you hear what the one where he did? Which one he did? He did the Golden Globes. He goes, I want to thank my mom. I was gonna bring her tonight, but everyone thought I was dating her.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
And then there was one other one. What was it? He did. Oh yeah. When he got the SAG award, he goes, I want to thank. He goes, I want to put. Oh, this is gonna be on my Tinder profile.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and then he talks about it was
Tarantino.
really.
He goes, Tarantino has taken off more shoes off women than the freaking. What were they? The TSA. I was laughing so hard about that.
The one I laughed about was when he won the SAG Awards. He goes, this character is really hard. He got high, took his shirt off, and was fighting with his wife. I was like, wow.
I bet you relate to all that,
Everyone was busting laughing because they were like, fucking true.
It's true. All right, actress in leading role. We got Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan for Little Woman, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for Judy. I am Going Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, really?
She really had a really
She
amazing
really good
performance
in
in
that
Marriage Story.
I'm going with Renee Zellweger because I think she's been killing off with this and all the awards. So
For Judy, huh?
with Judy, I think she did. I heard she did really good in that one, so I want to go with that. But however, what's her name? And Little Woman,
Saoirse Ronan.
I think that's her. I want to look up and see how many Oscars she's gotten. I think she's got nominated for so many Oscars.
Little Women.
4 Oscars.
Nominated or won?
Nominated.
Wow.
Nominated for 4 Oscars, and all started from Atonement to Little Woman. That's great. That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. Well, we got this one because and I think we all know who's gonna go for it. It's obvious. Actor in a leading role: Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Shout out to him because he's fucking phenomenal.
Amazing.
We got the Adam Driver from Marriage
Listen,
Story.
outside of Star Wars, he's a decent actor.
He
okay?
is. He's a decent actor, but I think they give him so much shit because he's getting so much damn screen time. Joaquin Phoenix from Joker and Jonathan Pryce, which is kind of nice to see Jonathan Pryce in that role.
On the Oscar, yeah.
You know, because he's played so many good roles. You see him in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was like the judge kind of character. That's right.
He was the head guy for the ship. He played I forgot his name.
Who do you got for this one?
I'm going Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix has been taking home all the awards.
Exactly.
And I think he's going to get it for Joker. As much as I would like to see Leo win, though, too, because he did amazing in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Exactly.
But they always screw him out of the Oscar. He has only won 1 Oscar.
Yeah, and he's been nominated for, I think...
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, Best Picture.
Hold on real quick.
So,
he played the guy, Jonathan Pryce. I'm trying to look for it. He played the High Sparrow in freaking Game of Thrones. Did you know that? Yeah, he did that. And then just to get out of the way, I just want to make sure I'm looking for it. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. Governor Weather. The Governor Weather.
All right. For Best Picture, we got Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Which you're going to be seeing.
No.
You're going to be seeing pretty much all of those movies next week.
Yeah, this is okay. So this, whatever Anthony named off, this is all the movies I'm gonna see this week on Saturday. So there's 3, 6, 9.
So you're going to see Ford v Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Mm-hmm. Parasite's gonna come on a late time. I think it's coming out at midnight. I gotta be ready for that because I really want to see it.
Yeah.
Because I heard so many good reviews. It's hard. It's just really difficult. I mean, I think
I got mine.
I think I've always said it throughout the years. You know, thinking it throughout predictions. Some of them are just tough to see, and you don't know how to see them. I mean, to vote for them because like they're really all of them are great movies. You know, I really want Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to win, but what I think is gonna win is 1917.
1917 is on my predictions list,
Yeah.
and that is just due to the fact of the cinematography, the production design, the director, the story.
Right.
I mean, I'm the same way. I want Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to win. I want Joker to win. I want freaking Ford v Ferrari to win. I want all these movies to win.
I want Parasite to win the best. That's a huge.
Especially from a foreign movie.
Because you're looking at 3 movies are on back to back. They're on neck and neck to each other. You got 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Which one of these do you think they're gonna probably win? I think 1970 is gonna win. It looks so obvious, just from looking at the award race. Just it's obvious. Can't go wrong.
1917's been taking it home.
1917's gonna go with this one. Like I said, I want Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to win.
My final one, 1917.
What's your second?
Second that I would love to win
Right.
would probably be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then third would be Joker.
Joker. I think it's the last three. 1917 first, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and my last one, Parasite. Because you don't know which one's gonna win. I don't know. That's a huge one. But also, I think just looking at the British awards that just aired tonight, 1917 just won.
Exactly.
They won for Best Picture. So, you know, it's difficult, but 1917.
1917. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our Oscar predictions. And that is the end of episode 1. Oh my God, we made it through an episode.
We did. Shall we? You're done talking today. You want to talk more about these? Why you think you want to talk about the snub ones?
The snub ones? Okay, you got a couple snub ones before we wrap up?
Yeah, wrap it up. The Uncut Gem.
Uncut Gems.
Yes, Uncut Gems.
I have yet to see it.
Yes. That one I heard so many good reviews about. I heard it was great. That was Adam Sandler's comeback to be in the Oscars. Got fucking snubbed. Obviously, the Endgame. The Endgame was supposed to be in there.
Endgame got snubbed.
Got snubbed for sure, and they were having a huge praise of that. They wanted to push for Robert Downey Jr. to be in the win. I mean, to be nominated. I didn't care if he got nominated and not win. I just wanted him to be nominated for Iron Man. That'd be a great accomplishment. But you know, I don't know why. It's how the Oscar the Academy works. They have a different.
It's not the same like the Golden Globes, which is more kind of fan based.
Right, it is, and so unfortunately that didn't come off. Also, what I was really shocked about was Taron Egerton is that his name that played
Taron Egerton played Elton John.
That played Elton John. Why
didn't get nominated for Best Actor?
He got like, you would probably remove Jonathan Pryce. No offense to him, but you would remove Jonathan Pryce and put Taron Egerton. But he played a freaking good Elton John. Let alone he won a Golden Globe for it.
Oh yeah, he won a Golden Globe, but he wasn't nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah,
same thing with Adam
Those things are
Sandler.
kind of shocking in a way. You don't know how it's gonna work.
Well, same thing with Adam Sandler. He was not nominated for Best Actor for Uncut Gems.
Right. Don't know how it's gonna work, and then it's a really it's disappointing to look, but then again, these are how the Academy works.
Yep.
I wish we can just go look at how to do it. It'll be a whole fucking podcast to do. But we can do that next time. How that works. Dude, where are we at?
We are at 2 hours, 16 minutes, 36 seconds.
2 hours and 16 minutes. How be goddamn? That was fucking good.
I know. The only thing for me is my back's killing me.
Yeah, my fear killing me too. Guys, like I said, if you want to go start with make your own predictions, start doing that. We're gonna have an email maybe soon.
Comment below. There's comments. Social media, cinema101_. You can check us out there and DM us your predictions, and we'll be happy to talk to you guys about those.
Yes, and then you could. Do you want us to give your original ones that just in case if they can't find that one?
What do you mean?
Well, mine's gonna be my original one will be RUFFE04. Let me know how you what do you guys think of the Oscar predictions as far as ours, and then what you think of yours in general.
I will leave Lucio's Instagram handle in the description.
Yes.
Mine you can find on if you go on my channel, on the channel art cinema101_. Definitely hit us up. See what you guys have to say, because Oscar season is here.
It's
Oscars
coming
are
up
next
on
week.
February 9th, guys. It's on the way. So we won't unfortunately have a host. So that'll be a segment, which that's okay. They'll let them work their way to find a good host. But it's a good season. It's just a good category. It's some good picks.
Some good picks this year.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to tune into the podcast next week. We're going to be giving our Oscar reactions right after the Oscars is over, and we're going to talk about any movie news that catches our interest this week. So, I'm Anthony.
I'm Lucio.
And we will see you guys next week on the Cinema Dudes podcast.
Hooah!